Chapter 1060. Lin Xian looked at Miao Xiao Miao in confusion. Aren't you an Xian's #1 fan? Don't you know? An Xian then said, I've never told anyone about these things, so the fans don't know. This made Lin Xian admire her. She had such a superior family background, but she relied purely on her own ability to achieve what she had today. Then what's Morong Yan's relationship with the Morong family? I know that the current head of the Morong family only has one daughter, but I've never heard of him having a son. An Xian said, the Morong family is such a big family, there are several direct bloodlines. The current head of the family only has one daughter, but there are other direct bloodlines, but they're not the head of the family. Morong Yan's father is the brother of the current head of the Morong family. Lin Xian was speechless. F*ck. Morong Qing's nephew? F*ck. What the F*ck? Morong Yu's father was estimated to be around 45 years old, and Morong Qing was only 27 years old, only 5 or 6 years older than Morong Yu. Morong Qing's father was also Morong Yu's grandfather, Morong Yu's father's father. He was already so old, and yet. No wonder Morong Qing didn't like to go home. If it were him, he would feel awkward. But there seemed to be other reasons why she didn't go home for the new year. But this was a little tricky. Morong Qing's nephew was his love rival, and Morong Qing might be taken by him in the future. This F*king rich circle was so messy. But in terms of status, this Morong Yan might not be much lower than Morong Yu. The only difference was that Morong Yu was the daughter of the head of the family, but Morong Yan's father was the brother of Morong Yu's father. There wasn't much difference, right? The two of them should enjoy the same treatment in the Morong family, and their status should be the same. Could the head of the family be more powerful than the others? Maybe not, because the head of the family was more likely a spokesperson pushed by the family on the surface, but this was only Lin Xian's guess. Then can you break off this arranged marriage? Lin Xian asked. Logically speaking, it's possible. As long as my parents want to withdraw, they can withdraw. However, my parents like him very much. I think it's going to be difficult. An Xian sighed helplessly. But if I don't want to marry, they can't make the decision. An Xian said. That's true. An Xian glanced at Lin Xian. Why did he ask? Could it be? Forget it. Let's not think about this anymore. During this period of time, you can release this song first. When the time comes, I'll write it for you. There's no rush. These songs are all very exquisite. It's best to release them slowly and let everyone listen to them slowly. An Xian said with a smile. Yes, that's fine too. Suddenly, an Xian thought of something and said, Right, Sister Chiwe is on her way to Lin and City. Lin Xian. What is she doing here? Oh. She's very grateful to you for writing her a song, Lin Xian, so Sister Chiwe came to visit you. Maybe there's something else, I don't know. Lin Xian rubbed his forehead. It was true. He didn't want to interact with some people, but he had to interact with them for no reason. Don't meet her? Was it really okay? That would be impolite, right? She was so busy that she flew over. It would be impolite if he didn't meet her. Sister Chiwe said that she'll meet you when you're free. She's here to write songs with me. An Xian said. Wow. She's coming here? Miao Xiao Miao asked excitedly. Yes, can I? Of course. Miao Xiao Miao's big eyes sparkled. An Xian looked at Lin Xian expectantly. I'll probably be at the Martial Arts Academy. Let me know when you're here. I'll come over when I'm free. Okay. An Xian also nodded happily. Let's go out and play together? An Xian shook her head helplessly. No, if I go out and play, I won't be able to walk. You guys go out and play. I won't go. An Xian was too famous. If she went out to play, she really wouldn't be able to walk. Come on, Sister An Xian. You've been in Lin and City for so long, but you haven't gone out to play yet. Miao Xiao Miao said expectantly. Wear a cap and sunglasses. I don't believe that many people can recognize you. Then, okay. In the afternoon, they went out and played for the whole afternoon. Then, Lin Xian was stunned. Wait, are all these fans so amazing? An Xian was wearing a cap, a mask, and sunglasses, yet they could recognize her? Once one person recognized her, a group of people immediately surrounded her and asked for her autograph. She couldn't refuse, so she could only smile and sign her autograph. Then more and more people came. Are you Lin Xian? An Xian was surrounded by people. Lin Xian and Miao Xiaomiao each held a cup of milk tea and stood not far away. At this time, a few pretty girls ran up to Lin Xian and asked in anticipation. It had to be said that an Xian's songs made her popularity rise to another level. At the same time, the name Lin Xian also became popular. No one knew who Lin Xian was. Most of them only had blurry photos of the concert. However, they all knew the name. An Xian's singing was good, but it was mostly because of the songs. There was a saying that said that in the age of the internet, any talented person would not be buried. Lin Xian probably had a lot of fans. It was said that someone created a Weibo for Lin Xian. Of course, it was done in the name of a fan. The number of fans was already more than 3 million. The Weibo owner also earned a lot of money, but he didn't seem to have a lot of fans. However, if they could find such an organization and join, they could be considered true fans. Of course, there were also a lot of fans of an Xian. However, they were purely fans who were attracted by her talent and didn't care about her appearance. The Weibo was updated daily. It was mostly about an Xian's status, the lyrics of each song, and the analysis of the melody. Anyway, it was a group of people talking about how good the songs were. Lin Xian didn't know about this. Even if he knew, he wouldn't look at it. No. Lin Xian shook his head. Then why are you beside an Xian? Isn't an Xian writing songs with Lin Xian in Lin and City? Are you really not Lin Xian? That pretty big sister asked somewhat dejectedly. I'm one of Miss and Xian's assistants. I help her carry some things. An Xian finally found some time today, so I came out to have some fun. I can be her bodyguard and protect her. Lin Xian said. Miao Xiaomiao nodded. I'm an assistant too. What a pity. I don't know when I'll be able to see Lin Xian. The young lady sighed. You're Lin Xian's fan? Lin Xian asked curiously. That's right. He's really too talented, but he's too mysterious. He doesn't care about fame or fortune at all. Even us fans can't catch a glimpse of him. Alright, since you're Miss and Xian's assistant, you must have seen Lin Xian before, right? How is he? The girl suddenly asked excitedly. Chapter 1061. Lin Xian scratched his head. Was he that famous now? I heard that the female leads in the MV were all found by Lin Xian. The young lady said. So that Lin Xian must know them too. They're all so pretty. The young lady looked like a love-struck fool. You like girls too? Lin Xian asked in surprise. Of course. Why else would I like an Xian? They're all so pretty. Have you seen them before? She asked Lin Xian. Lin Xian shook his head. No, I've never seen them before. That's true. I guess that Lin Xian has seen them before. I won't disturb you anymore. Someone has fans too. Miao Xiaomiao muttered. If there weren't people here, I'd definitely press you down on the table, lift up your skirt, and spank you. Lin Xian looked at Miao Xiaomiao and said fiercely. Miao Xiaomiao subconsciously covered her butt and took a step back. How dare you? It was obvious that Miao Xiaomiao was a little afraid of Lin Xian. She wasn't afraid, but she felt that he really dared. Lin Xian smiled. I'll let you go this time. Humph. Miao Xiaomiao's cute little nose wrinkled. So annoying. Such a pretty girl always wanted to do something, but it was too guilty. An Xian squeezed out of the crowd with great difficulty. Let's go. Then the three of them ran out. she hung out with them for the whole afternoon and had dinner outside at night. Half of the afternoon, she was surrounded by fans. And Xian couldn't do anything. Originally, Lin Xian wanted to look for Bai Xian to talk about their relationship. However, he did not know that she had already gone to Tianlin City. Lin Xian also told her about the conversation with Murong Qing today. Bai Xian said that she could understand, but you have to have the ability to do so. In the end, of course, she would help Lin Xian. After all, the entire Azura Palace belonged to Lin Xian. Therefore, she would gather all the Azura Palace's headquarters in Lin and City. As for the base, it was possible to build a building similar to the Bounty Hunter Guild when the time came. Then, the plan would officially start. The only thing left was the problem of funding. If you wanted to achieve this kind of plan in a short period of time, you would need an unimaginable amount of funds. At least the current Yixian Group was still far from it, but Yixian Group definitely had the capital to do it. Little Meow Meow, do you have any other patents? In the studio, an Xian was recording a song. Lin Xian and Meow Xiao Meow sat on the sofa. Then, Lin Xian asked a question that he was especially concerned about. This was one of Meow Xiao Meow's patents. That bubble gun had brought Yixian Group $1 trillion in profits. If they were to manufacture it directly for the three great forces, there was no need to talk about the quantity. When the time came, they could also mass-produce it and sell it to the people of the mainland. It was another large sum of money. However, compared to the total assets of a city, it was still a far cry. However, Yixian Group's personal assets were definitely among the top. Perhaps even the 8 great families that did not have a master in business might not be comparable to Yixian Group. What do you want? Didn't the bubble gun make a lot of money? Meow Xiao Meow looked at Lin Xian in confusion. In her eyes, Lin Xian seemed like a stingy person who was greedy for money. However, she knew that Lin Xian was not the kind of person who loved money. He was really indifferent to fame and fortune. Therefore, Meow Xiao Meow admired him. However, when Lin Xian asked about this matter, she was a little confused. Lin Xian also told Meow Xiao Meow his current thoughts. Are you that ambitious? Meow Xiao Meow's cute brows furrowed as she looked at Lin Xian and asked. It's not that I'm ambitious. It's just that I'm a troublemaker. There are many enemies out there. The young masters of the great families and the evil fiend temple. I have to establish my own force and make it stronger. Since I have a huge capital chain like Yixian Group, why don't I try? Lin Xian said. That's true. You're too troublemaker. If it weren't for the few powerful sisters around you, you would have been killed long ago. Meow Xiao Meow muttered. She might not know who Ling Long Shui was, but she knew that she was very powerful. She also knew that the Ice Empress Bing Lingyue was very powerful. She also knew that Lin Xian must have had a lot of troubles settled by them. This was indeed the truth. That's why you're a small treasury. Maybe if you take out a few good things, my funds will double. Lin Xian grinned. His trump card was the attribute increasing potion, which was made with the 9-colored spiritual lotus. Although it couldn't be mass-produced, this kind of thing would definitely be fought over by countless rich people, even if it could only increase attribute purity by 1%. I don't have anything suitable for mass production. There are many things that are very useful, but they can't be mass-produced. Meow Xiao Meow thought for a while and said, Then I have to think about where else the Yixian Group can develop a side business, and a very profitable one at that. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Oh right. There's something that should be very useful. It might not sell for much to the public, but the 3 forces might buy it. Meow Xiao Meow suddenly thought of something. What is it? Lin Xian's eyes lit up. Meow Xiao Meow then took out a round egg that was not even the size of a ping-pong ball. This is it. A wireless signal transmitter. What does that mean? Meow Xiao Meow said, after you're about 100 kilometers away from the human area, any device related to the network won't be able to receive the network. You won't even be able to chat or make phone calls, right? Lin Xian nodded. Yes. The network covers the human area from the major companies, but how can it cover the demonic beast area that has been conquered? That's why there's no signal there. But this wireless signal transmitter is very useful. Even if you leave the human world and go to the demonic beast area, as long as you carry this wireless signal transmitter with you, you can maintain the network within 10 meters of you. Is this useful? Lin Xian took it and then asked, there are also many wireless signal transmitter-like devices. These devices can only be received within the coverage of the major companies. Only then can mobile phones connect. Yours doesn't need to be within this coverage range? Miao Xiao Miao nodded. Miao Xiao Miao nodded. Of course, that's why it's so powerful. There's a smart storage and replication chip in it, as well as a complete system that collects and replicates the signal source in advance. Simply put, telecommunications and mobile signals were created by a few big companies. My transmitter replicates everything from them and resets it in this small system. It no longer belongs to them. Every small signal receiver is a small signal source. Lin Xian was quite surprised. Chapter 1062. Then, Lin Xian asked a very important question. Then, can this thing support the signal of some large equipment? For example, a large number of missiles. As long as there are enough and the signal is strong enough, then it can be done. If that's the case, the three major forces will definitely need it. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. The future trend was for humans to launch an all-out attack on the Demon Clan. Humans were of course martial artists, but what did humans have more than the Demon Clan? Intelligence, technology. Only martial artists and technology could bring out the highest level of humans. Therefore, when the time came, missiles, vital signs monitors, walkie-talkies, and other electronic devices would have to be equipped. Many of them required a signal to be used and controlled. For example, missiles. If you didn't have a signal, you could press a button and the missile wouldn't move at all, let alone bombard it. If such a day really came, the major companies would definitely secretly install signal sources in the Demon Beast territory under the protection of the three major forces, so that their company's network could be transmitted over. Simply put, if you were far away from the human world, your phone would have a 4G network, not no signal. Now, if you were a certain distance away, you would have no signal. The place might be vast and the signal was good, but the company's signal couldn't reach here, so there was nothing they could do. With this little egg, they wouldn't have to take the risk of installing signal sources. There were many benefits. For example, if you installed a signal source, what if it was rejected by the Demon Clan? At that time, everything related to the network would be ineffective. As for this little egg, you only needed to bring one with you. Then, wherever there were people, there would be signal. Why not? Simple, convenient, flexible, and safe. Anyway, if Lin Xian was one of the three major forces, he would definitely choose this. No one knew when the humans would counterattack, but since the martial arts academy existed, it wouldn't be far away. Therefore, the three major forces would definitely consider it. Can it be mass-produced? Lin Xian asked. Yes, but it will require a large number of scientific talents. Because this little chip looks small, but the system inside is written by me. If it is to be mass-produced, there will need to be many scientific and technical personnel writing programs in each chip at the same time. This is a small matter. What about the cost? Ignoring the cost of labor, the cost of materials alone will probably be around a few dozen yuan. The most valuable part is the programs I wrote inside. Miao Xiao Miao said. Lin Xian sighed to himself. This Miao Xiao Miao was truly a genius. The level of coding was enough to copy and paste other people's signal networks, allowing an ordinary little egg to become its own signal source, and no longer belong to the same source of other people's networks. Most likely, even if it was sold to ordinary people, they would still buy it. If they bought this and put it at home, they wouldn't have to pay broadband fees every year. What about charging? Where there is air, there is electricity. Lin Xian. Will the big companies sue us then? Lin Xian said helplessly. After all, this was equivalent to stealing someone else's network source and creating a new network for himself. Therefore, he still had to rely on someone else's network source. If we don't sell it to the citizens, they won't sue us, Miao Xiao Miao said rationally. Yes, if they sold it to the commoners, there would be no one to pay for broadband. Wouldn't they suffer a huge loss? However, the three major forces were different. Their equipment had other purposes. I got it. I'll go talk to someone. Thank you, little Meow Meow. Then, Lin Xian ran out impatiently. If they didn't earn money from the commoners, wouldn't it be great to earn money from the three major forces? The assets of the three major forces were unimaginable. If they could casually take out tens of millions for a bubble gun, then wouldn't it be normal for them to casually take out tens of millions to buy this launcher? Fortunately, Lin Xian had Murong Qing with him. Murong Qing had dinner at Lin Ya's place. Then, Lin Xian called her and told her about this thing. Murong Qing absolutely approved of it. What she meant was that if it was true, the three major forces would definitely buy it because this thing would come in handy sooner or later. That Miao Xiao Miao is really a genius. You must not let her expose herself. Otherwise, the three major forces would probably secretly make a move on her. No one would want to let go of such a talent. Murong Qing reminded Lin Xian. I know. Then I'll have to ask you to help me talk about this matter again. It's a small matter. But before that, I need to talk to Miao Xiao Miao about the specifics. At the same time, I need to confirm it myself, including whether it can be mass-produced. I will look at it from the perspective of the three major forces. Murong Qing said. Okay. All right, tell little fairy that I won't be going back today. I'll go to the martial arts academy tomorrow. I'm now a member of the backyard. I can enter and leave the martial arts academy as I wish. I'll come back when I'm free. Murong Qing nodded. Murong Qing was supposed to be with Lin Ya tonight. So, Lin Xian didn't go back. He couldn't take advantage of her even if he went back. He might as well take advantage of the Ice Empress Bing Lingyue. He hadn't really taken advantage of the goddess-like Ice Empress since he got her. He couldn't let her go. Thinking about her temperament, appearance, and figure. F***CK. I can't take it anymore. Then, Lin Xian went to Linglong Shue's place. Brother. When Dragony saw Lin Xian come in, she flew directly to Lin Xian's shoulder and hugged Lin Xian's neck. She kissed and bit Lin Xian. You little girl, you got saliva all over my face. Lin Xian gently pinched her pink cheeks. Hee hee. Dragony missed brother. Dragony rubbed her face against Lin Xian. Otherwise, I would have brought you along, but it's very inconvenient to bring you along. It's easy for others to discover you, and I won't stay in the room all the time. I can't leave you alone in the house, right? So you can stay here. The sisters will take care of you and play with you. Lin Xian said. Okay. Dragony nodded her little head. Then, Lin Xian hugged Dragony and sat down next to Bing Lingyue. Bing Lingyue, Linglong Shui and Bing Lingyue were playing games together on their laptops. I heard Lin Xian's voice. A voice came from Linglong Shui's computer that made Lin Xian feel helpless. Iran Bing. Linglong Shui looked at Lin Xian and said, Okay. Hey, get your ass over here for me. Iran Bing then shouted. Lin Xian helplessly rubbed his forehead. Big sister, can't you play games? You're not coming? Fine, wait for me to finish this game. Iran Bing coldly snorted. Lin Xian quickly turned off the voice on Linglong Shui's computer. You're not afraid of her revenge? Linglong Shui looked at Lin Xian and asked. She can't kill me, can she? But this Iran Bing also fell into the pit of the game. Chapter 1063. It wasn't that they liked playing games. Firstly, they could kill time. Secondly, they could chat with each other and improve their relationship. Linglong Shui was also trying to distract Ren Bing so that she wouldn't attack the humans. Linglong Shui was always playing solo or in groups. They were competing to see who could kill more people. They were all strong girls, especially Ren Bing. How could she allow herself to lose to Linglong Shui? Linglong Shui was always trying to provoke her. It was really useful. Ling Long Shui really didn't have any plans to attack the humans. Little Bing Bing, did you miss me? Lin Xian grinned at Bing Lingyue. Bing Lingyue blushed. Pervert. Ling Longyue grumbled in displeasure. Lin Xian felt good. He was taking advantage of Ling Long Shui in front of her. Anyone who had tried it would know how it felt. Go play your game. Lin Xian glared at Ling Long Shui. Then, he moved closer to Ling Long Shui and touched her belly. How's the baby? Lin Xian asked with concern. Pretty good. Ling Long Shui let go of the mouse. The game ended. To be honest, Lin Xian was both nervous and excited about the baby. He didn't expect to be a father. How was he going to tell others? It was hard to say. Lin might be okay, but what about Ling Ying and Han Chuxue? Sigh. You should go to Yi Renbing. Ling Long Shui said to Lin Xian. Why? I don't want to go. I want to accompany you. Lin Xian shook his head. She's a demon god. If you really make her unhappy, you know the consequences. Ling Long Shui said. She won't be so heartless, right? You said yourself that you're afraid of her. Do you think she will? Yi Renbing's personality is rather unpredictable, and she has a great hatred for the human race. What you can do is increase her dependence and affection towards you. Only when her dependence and affection towards you reaches a certain level will she listen to your words, Ling Long Shui said to Lin Xian. She had seen through the situation very clearly. That's true. Lin Xian rubbed his chin and nodded. No matter what, Yi Renbing was still a woman. It was normal for a woman to rely on a man. Of course, the prerequisite for this was that she liked you enough. Only when she liked you would she rely on you. But I want to do you. Lin Xian then, he rubbed himself against Ling Long Shui. The three. Shameless. Ling Long Yu saw her sister being taken advantage of by Lin Xian and was furious. Ling Long Shui was also helpless. This Lin Xian was sometimes like a child. Moreover, he spoke without thinking. No. Ling Long Shui decisively refused. Why? The doctor said we can't do that kind of thing. Ling Long Shui said. Lin Xian, Wu, for the next 7 months, he couldn't touch Ling Long Shui. Wah. Just thinking about it made him unhappy. However, this child was necessary. If not for this child, Lin Xian probably wouldn't have been able to get Ling Long Shui. Ling Long Yu was very unhappy with Lin Xian. She was so angry that she was trembling. Her sister was tainted by him. Now, even Sister Bing. She was going crazy. She really wanted to beat him up. Brother is so pitiful. Dragony didn't know whether she understood or not, but she just mumbled at the side. He's not pitiful. Ling Long Yu said unhappily. Ugh. Luckily, there's still little Bing Bing. Then, Lin Xian held Bing Lingyue's hand. Bing Lingyue's face turned even redder. You should go find Yi Renbing. Bing Lingyue then pulled her hand out and said softly to Lin Xian. Lin Xian scratched his head. Are you really that heartless? It's for your own good and for the human race. After all, she's a demon god. If we can really make a demon god stop attacking the human race, then it'll be a blessing for the entire human race. Bing Lingyue said. Lin Xian thought about it. Indeed, Yi Renbing was indeed very beautiful. But there was a kind of unhappiness there. It was a strange feeling. It felt like he wanted to F***ck a girl, but she didn't want him to F***ck her. That kind of feeling didn't exist. No, my stubbornness and I won't allow it. Lin Xian said. Shua, in the next moment, Lin Xian's figure disappeared. Sister, where did you send him? Ling Long Yu asked. Yi Renbing's place. Ling Long Shui said lightly. Lin Xian landed and then looked at the somewhat familiar heavenly island with a dumbfounded expression. Damn. Xiao Linglong, you're too cruel. Lin Xian didn't even need to think to know that Ling Long Shui directly brought him here. Mr. Lin Xian. A few beautiful girls on the heavenly island saw Lin Xian and then bowed respectfully. "Where's your boss?" Lin Xian asked. Helplessly, he wanted to be a man who couldn't be easily won over by girls, but now, it seemed like he couldn't. His own women all pushed him to Yi Renbing. "Please follow me." The girl then led Lin Xian to a beautiful back garden. Lin Xian had never been to this back garden. In the entire heavenly island, the place Lin Xian stayed the longest in was Yi Renbing's room. He really hadn't been to other places. After arriving here, Lin Xian saw Yi Renbing sitting on a chair with her legs crossed. She was eating a small fruit on the table and looking ahead. Lin Xian took a look and was stunned. Xue Bingxin and Xue Binglan were tied to 2 pillars. They all saw Lin Xian coming. "Yo, isn't this that arrogant person?" Yi Renbing saw Lin Xian standing there and said with a slight smile. Lin Xian ran in front of Yi Renbing and pointed to the front. "I say, big sister, what are you doing? Why did he see Xue Bingxin and Xue Binglan tied to pillars? The 2 of them didn't do a good job, so I'm punishing them. Is there a problem?" Xue Bingxin looked up at Lin Xian and then lowered her head again. "What do you mean they didn't do a good job?" Lin Xian liked these 2 girls very much. After all, they were his women. How could Lin Xian not feel bad for them? Although they were simply tied up here and it was nothing to them, who knew what Yi Renbing wanted to do? Yi Renbing sat with her legs crossed and ate a red fruit. She said calmly, "I asked them to bring you here 2 days ago, but they didn't do it. Tell me, isn't that considered incompetence?" "That's because I didn't want to come. It has nothing to do with them. I don't care. It's their fault for not bringing you here. It's fine if they didn't bring you here, but they even cheated. That's my request." "I don't care either." Then, a whip appeared in Yi Renbing's hand. Lin Xian. Chapter 1064. Lin Xian looked at Yi Renbing in confusion. "What are you doing?" Lin Xian asked in bewilderment. Yi Renbing said calmly, "You have to be punished for not doing your job well." Then, the whip appeared beside Xue Bingxin. Smack! The whip was lashed at Xue Bingxin's body, and the crisp sound was particularly ear-piercing. "Ah!" Xue Bingxin bit her lip, trying not to make a sound. Her clothes were torn where the whip hit, and there were bloodstains. One had to know that Xue Bingxin was a domain realm expert. Normal people wouldn't be able to hurt her even if they tried to stab her with a knife. Otherwise, she wouldn't be a domain realm expert. However, this whip had split open her flesh. It was clear that Yi Renbing had used a lot of strength. "Hey, she's still one of your people, and this is my fault. How can you be so heartless? Why? Are you feeling sorry for her?" Yi Renbing smiled. Smack! The whip lashed at Xue Binglan's body again. Her eyes were instantly filled with tears. However, they didn't make a sound. They knew that they were indeed incompetent and deserved to be punished. F***CK. Lin Xian scratched his head. What the F***CK? Each person still has 99 lashes. "Don't worry, take your time." Yi Renbing chuckled. Don't hit them." Lin Xian really couldn't bear it. Betrayal was a big deal, but what was this? If one whip was already like this, wouldn't they be seriously injured if each person received 100 lashes? "Then you do it." Then, the whip flew into Lin Xian's hand. "Don't hit them. Rules are rules. If I don't follow the rules, how can I be a demon god?" Yi Renbing took a sip of tea and said calmly, "It's my fault. Please punish me, master." Xue Bingxin said softly, "Look." Yi Renbing smiled. "I'm not hitting them." Then, Lin Xian threw out the whip. "Then I'll do it myself." Then, the whip flew over again. "Wait." Lin Xian immediately stopped him. "I'll do it. I'll do it." Lin Xian then walked over. Every lash of Yi Renbing's whip would tear their flesh open, but at the very least, they should be able to control themselves, right? Yi Renbing looked at them with interest. Actually, I'm being nice to you, Lin Xian said to Xue Bingxin. Xue Bingxin didn't say anything. Then, Lin Xian flicked her lightly. Xue Bingxin didn't feel any pain. Yi Renbing looked on mockingly from behind and didn't say anything. Today, she only wanted to make Lin Xian remember one thing. In the future, she would ask Xue Bingxin and Xue Binglan to find Lin Xian. If he didn't come, then the two sisters would suffer physical pain. Lin Xian obviously knew Yi Renbing's intention. People's hearts were sinister. Cunning villains. I actually King lost to a woman. CK a DJ. In a symbolic sense, Lin Xian was done with the whip and tossed it aside. Yi Renbing supported her chin with one hand and casually flicked her index finger. The two girls fell to the ground. Thank you for your mercy, master, they called out respectfully. Go and rest. Yes. Then, the two girls walked away. I say, big sister, if you want to threaten me, there are many ways. Why do you have to use this method? Lin Xian looked at Yi Renbing helplessly. Because I think this is the most effective method. It seems to be the case. Yi Renbing said indifferently as she peeled an orange. Lin Xian shook his head helplessly. If there's a next time, it won't be as simple as 100 lashes. If they can't complete the mission I gave them again and again, then what's the point of existing? What do you think? Lin Xian. He was shaking with anger. The feeling of being threatened was so King unpleasant. Fine. I'll make you cry tonight. I heard that you're only ranked 108 in the martial arts academy? Yi Renbing crossed her legs and glanced at Lin Xian as she asked calmly, what are you doing? Ah, yes, what's wrong? What a piece of trash. How can my male pet be this useless? Lin Xian. That's because I didn't reveal my true strength. You can get first place if you revealed your true strength? That's not necessarily. If you can't even get first place, then aren't you useless? Lin Xian. In your opinion, only the first place isn't a piece of trash. Lin Xian asked dumbfoundedly. Yes. You're amazing. I can't compete with you. Lin Xian gave a thumbs up. He had a lot of resentment towards Yi Renbing in his heart. As the man who made Linglong Xue pregnant, why can't you be first? Lin Xian. Big sister, strength is one thing. Secondly, I have to keep a low profile. There are many enemies who are coveting me. Useless. Yi Renbing said resentfully. Lin Xian. Wait, how am I useless? Lin Xian asked in confusion. With Linglong Xue and this sovereign backing you up, what are you afraid of? Although you're nothing, my male pet isn't someone who can be easily bullied. Lin Xian slowly paced back and forth. That seemed to make sense, huh? No, I'm not a man who relies on women. Heh. Yi Renbing laughed disdainfully. Lin Xian. Alright, that was a bit of a slap in the face. Not relying on women? Logically speaking, it really did seem like he relied on women. What I mean is that I want to solve it myself. I don't want others to help me. Although you're powerful, you're a demon and a demon god. There are many things that you can't interfere with in the human race. Once you interfere, the situation will change. Lin Xian said with a heavy heart. Useless. Lin Xian. Then I want you to test my strength. To be honest, Lin Xian really didn't dare to take advantage of her, except when they were officially doing that. For example, right now, Lin Xian didn't even dare to put his hand on her leg. Yi Renbing's lips curled up slightly. You? Oh, who was the one who begged me for mercy? A few times. Lin Xian grinned. A demon god begging a human for mercy. TSK. He. Yi Renbing then put her hand on Lin Xian's shoulder, and the two of them disappeared. The next morning, Lin Xian was woken up by the movements under the blanket. Then, he sensed it. Oh my. After a while, Yi Renbing came out and licked her lips. You begged for mercy again last night. Lin Xian said. How come I don't remember? Yi Renbing stretched her body without any hesitation, and then lay down again. Hey, I have something to tell you. Speak. Lin Xian thought for a moment and said, No, I have to make you submit first. With that, Lin Xian pressed down on her again. Yi Renbing. Chapter 1065. Not long after, Yi Renbing leaned into Lin Xian's embrace, panting heavily. She didn't want to move at all. Damn it! Why did women have to have such needs? Yi Renbing thought unhappily. She was a demon god, but this Lin Xian had done that to her time and time again. I want to develop my own power. Lin Xian said to Yi Renbing. Don't expect me to help you. I don't want you to help me. I want to turn the entire Lin and city into my power. So, can you stop attacking? Yi Renbing yawned, then glanced at Lin Xian. In the end, you just want me to stop attacking you humans. Do you think that's possible? Yi Renbing said disdainfully. Lin Xian knew that Yi Renbing was a person with a sharp tongue but a soft heart. Ling Longshui said the same thing. However, Lin Xian also knew that she was a demon god. There were some things that she had to do. So, he wasn't sure if Yi Renbing's words were true or not. I think it's quite possible. You're a demon god now, but that doesn't mean you'll be one in the future, right? You think you can make me change my stance? Yi Renbing glanced at Lin Xian again. Not really. I don't think I have that much power. Then that's enough. Scram. Yi Renbing then lazily turned over. Lin Xian glanced at her, then pressed down on her again. He aimed at his target and suddenly shot. What are you doing? Yi Renbing gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian. I want you to agree. Lin Xian went all out. Damn it. At most, I won't touch women for the next week, okay? Then, 10 minutes later. Do you agree? Lin Xian moved quickly. Scram. Yi Renbing clutched Lin Xian's back tightly. Another 10 minutes later. Do you agree or not? Get out. Another 10 minutes passed. Do you agree or not? Bastard. Do you agree or not? Yi Renbing felt weak all over. Ivy agreed. Get out quickly. Yi Renbing couldn't take it anymore. Lin Xian let out a long sigh and then lay down. F***ck. So tired. Then I'll go to the martial arts academy. Lin Xian then hurriedly went to take a shower. I only promised you that I wouldn't do anything to Lin and city. Everything else was impossible. Also, when the time comes for me to attack the human race, I'll make them pay with their blood. Yi Renbing glared at Lin Xian's back, her face still red. Lin Xian shrugged. Since Yi Renbing was willing to compromise, then she could compromise even more in the future. Lin Xian was confident. He didn't have to put in so much effort for nothing. Okay. Lin Xian nodded and then went to take a shower. Bastard. Yi Renbing never thought that she would be threatened by a man, especially a man of the human race. However, this situation was very special. Although she was unhappy, she was quite happy. After taking a shower, Lin Xian changed into a new set of clothes. Send me back. Lin Xian said to Yi Renbing. Yi Renbing opened her beautiful eyes. Her slender fingers moved slightly, and a dozen beads flew in front of Lin Xian. In the future, I'll have Xue Bingxin and Xue Bingxin bring you news. Just one of these beads will bring you here directly. Lin Xian. Big sister, let's not meet for a week. Weren't you quite brave just now? Yi Renbing smiled disdainfully. This? Lin Xian scratched his head. Whoosh, Yi Renbing waved her hand, and a teleportation array appeared in front of Lin Xian. Get in. Let's go. Then Lin Xian stepped into the teleportation array and disappeared on the spot. When he reappeared, he was in a forest not far from the martial arts academy. It was only 2 kilometers. Lin Xian could get there in no time. This Yi Renbing deliberately set up a teleportation array around the martial arts academy to send me off? No. Lin Xian frowned and walked forward. He felt that something was wrong. She couldn't be thinking of attacking the martial arts academy, right? It was only 2 kilometers. If she, a supernatural being, personally attacked with a group of mighty ones, the martial arts academy would be caught off guard. It could be very dangerous. Moreover, it was so close. If the students of the martial arts academy went out, what if she sent people to kill them? This was Yi Renbing. It was not impossible for her to do such a thing. When he arrived at the martial arts academy, Lin Xian went back to the military class first. Classes in the martial arts academy officially started today. They did not know what activities there would be later. It was quite comfortable to attend classes first. After leaving the academy for so long, Lin Xian really missed the days of classes. More importantly, there was a beautiful teacher, Xiao Runing, and a beautiful girl, Murong Yu, who sat next to him. Hey, what's so good about your first peek? Xiao Runing was teaching in front. Lin Xian elbowed Murong Yu, who was listening attentively. To be honest, there were not many people in the military class who were listening attentively. What are you talking about? Murong Yu's eyes did not leave the content of Murong Yu's lecture. Martial arts techniques, spiritual weapons, and so on. Yes, there are more than a dozen divine martial arts techniques and heaven martial arts techniques. There are also heaven spiritual weapons and some powerful and rare herbs. Murong Yu said calmly. Can I learn them? Lin Xian's eyes lit up. If he could learn them, he would not have to work so hard to climb up the ranks. No, you can only go there as a guest. The martial arts techniques in there cannot be learned by people from other peaks. This is a strict rule. Murong Yu said calmly. What are the attributes of the heaven martial arts techniques? What about the divine martial arts? The divine martial arts have a thunder attribute, a dark attribute, and a fire attribute. There are basically all the heaven martial arts techniques. Lin Xian. F***CK. The divine martial arts techniques of the thunder attribute, dark attribute, and fire attribute. Although the dark attribute could not be used now because Lin Xian had not truly pursued Yi Renbing, the dark attribute had not arrived yet. But after having sex with her so many times, it should be possible, right? Even if he couldn't use it for the time being, Lin Xian still wanted this divine level thunder attribute martial skill very much. Since the martial arts academy took it out, it must not be a divine martial arts technique. But it was still a divine martial arts technique. Lin Xian had never seen a divine martial arts technique before. Have you learned it? I can only learn the thunder attribute for the divine martial arts technique. I tried for an entire night, but it was very difficult. I can't comprehend it in a short period of time. The heaven martial arts technique is still alright. I don't have any desire to learn it. Lin Xian. F***CK. Is this big sister so arrogant? Heaven martial arts technique. Don't have any desire to learn it? Are you kidding me? Lin Xian only had 2 rank 3 martial arts techniques. One was a movement technique. Don't tell me you have heaven martial arts techniques all over your body? Lin Xian asked in shock. More or less. They are the most suitable for me. Lin Xian. F***CK. This. Sure enough, the world was unfair. People could work their entire lives for an earth martial arts technique. But this guy was born well. He started with earth martial arts techniques, and heaven martial arts techniques were as common as dogs. Chapter 1066. Lin Xian secretly gave her a thumbs up. Amazing, I admire you. You're really from a rich family. Lin Xian said. Lin Xian. Xiao Runing then glared at Lin Xian and said, Do you want to do the talking or should I? Lin Xian shrank his head. Miss Xiao, you do the talking. I see that you really want to talk. Come up and talk about this troop arrangement. Xiao Runing said to Lin Xian. Everyone looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian coughed and said, Miss Xiao, I'm here to learn. I don't know how to do it. I think you know how to do it. Come up. Xiao Runing secretly glared at Lin Xian. He dared to chat in her class. Really? Okay. Lin Xian then braced himself and walked up. Everyone's eyes were focused on Lin Xian. Lin Xian was considered a famous figure in their military class. After all, only 3 people in the entire military class entered the backyard: Lin Xian, Su Jiming, and Morong Yu. Of course, Lin Xian did not attract attention because he entered the backyard, but because he seemed to have some relationship with several girls in the martial arts academy. This was where Lin Xian was the most controversial. Everyone was envious, jealous, and hateful, but what could they do? The only thing they could do was to challenge him. Wasn't he the 108th person in the backyard? He was the easiest one to challenge. Therefore, many people were coveting Lin Xian. They were waiting for the class to end before challenging him. Of course, the challenge could only start the day after tomorrow. In front of them was a virtual simulation of the deployment of troops. Xiao Runing was explaining to everyone that the human race's city was being attacked by the monster race army, and how the human race's deployment of troops could be used to defeat the other side with the least number of casualties. Come, tell everyone. Right now, the south of Lin and City is being attacked by a monster clan army of 1 million, while the human clan only has 500,000 defenders. In a balanced situation, you will arrange the troop arrangement. The system will practice it. As long as you can arrange it well, you won't be punished. Xiao Runing said. Miss Xiao, I think this is an impossible situation, so I don't think it's necessary. Lin Xian scratched his head and said. Why is it impossible? Xiao Runing asked. Think about it. This is our human territory, especially the border cities. Under normal circumstances, we humans have more defenders than the monster clan. It's impossible to fight with fewer people. Lin Xian said. You said it's under normal circumstances. Besides, the monster clan is a group of suicide squads. They are much more ferocious than us humans. Even if they are evenly matched in numbers, the normal monster clan's combat power is stronger than the human clan's. And no matter what, we have to think of the worst. If the monster clan suddenly attacks, even if the human clan has a large number of defenders, they can't defend in time. It's inevitable to fight with fewer people. We have to jump out of our comfort zone. Xiao Runing explained. She then looked at everyone and said, all of you have the potential to become strategists who wield great power in the future. General, all of you must have extraordinary ability in terms of strategy. Therefore, fighting with fewer people is the most basic way to test your ability in strategy. She then looked at Lin Xian and said, Do you have anything else to say? If not, you can't do 300 pull-ups. Lin Xian. Damn, it seemed that he didn't teach her enough that night. However, Lin Xian also knew that Xiao Runing was a very responsible teacher. He did disrupt the discipline just now. Lin Xian then carefully looked at Xiao Runing's formation. Xiao Runing laughed in her heart. This kind of situation was very difficult for those who did not understand. Her existence was to teach them these things, but in actual combat, it was important to be flexible and adaptable. Although what she was learning now was just theory, it would be good if they could remember more of it in their minds. Although she had several methods in her mind that could be used to defeat the demon race, Lin Xian had not learned any of them, so Xiao Runing felt that he could only blindly arrange. Then, if I can make the humans in this trap win, will Teacher Xiao reward me with something? Okay, I'll reward you by not doing homework for 3 days. Lin Xian. Okay, this was also a reward. Their homework was nothing more than writing some opinions. Anyway, it wasn't homework in the traditional sense. Su Jiming sneered. How could he arrange it? He, Su Jiming, had never studied anything like this before, so he was completely unable to understand any of the possibilities. Of course, he knew that Xiao Runing definitely had a way, but Lin Xian, could he have possibly studied this? He felt that Lin Xian came to this military class because of Xiao Runing. Xiao Runing would open the back door for him. That was all. Morong Yu knew this, and she also knew some methods. Lin Xian then quickly arranged the positions of the humans on his side. At the same time, he entered the next formation change. In just 2 minutes, the humans were in position. Xiao Runing was slightly surprised. Lin Xian knew how to change formations? She didn't know what kind of formation it would be later, but now… Ha ha ha, after seeing Lin Xian's arrangement, the students couldn't help but laugh. What the hell was this? All the soldiers were lined up in a straight line? Wasn't this King giving the demon army a chance to break through? In a balanced situation, this was a pretty good and simple formation. However, wasn't the straight line snake formation courting death? Morongyu also secretly shook her head. She thought that there might be some kind of miracle. Xiao Runing also didn't have any expectations. Straight line snake formation? Are you sure? Xiao Runing asked. Yes. Lin Xian nodded. Okay, let the demonstration begin. Then, the big screen began to show the battle according to the formations of both sides. Just when everyone thought that the single serpent formation was about to be broken apart, the second formation came. This was the single serpent formation. The army suddenly split into 2 groups according to the formation that Lin Xian had inputted earlier and spread out in all directions. Everyone was slightly taken aback when they saw this. They thought that this would be a one-sided battle, but they realized that the demon army's 1,000,000 soldiers and the human army's 500,000 soldiers were losing at almost the same rate. Xiao Runing and Morongyu's beautiful eyes lit up. But it's useless. Even if the losses are equal, the humans will be the first to die. Xiao Runing muttered in her heart. However, what followed next made everyone even more confused. The 2 groups quickly changed, 3, 4, 5, and finally 8 groups. This is, when Xiao Runing saw the battlefield clearly, she couldn't help but reveal a shocked expression. The human race's army surrounded the demon race's army like 8 walls. Under such circumstances, the demon army's losses would definitely be greater. As expected, the demon army's losses began to increase greatly. In the next scene, the 8 groups became 9 groups. Finally, 10 groups. Ambush from all sides. Chapter 1067. After a few seconds, the system calculated that the humans had defeated all the demonic beasts by a large margin. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. How did such a dramatic scene happen? Morongyu and Xiao Runing both revealed shocked expressions. What kind of formation was this? They had never seen such a thing before. Most importantly, it actually achieved the effect of defeating 1,000,000 demonic beasts with 500,000 soldiers. This really shocked her. The most shocking thing was that the changes were too fast and too flexible. In a short time, 9 different formations were realized. This was beyond her understanding. It was even less costly than her own method. An army of hundreds of thousands was able to change so flexibly. In Xiao Runing's eyes, this was extremely exaggerated. Very good. It's completely beyond my imagination. Have you learned anything about this before? Xiao Runing once again asked Lin Xian in a puzzled manner. She remembered asking him before. He said no, but without experience in this field, it was impossible to do it. She swore that even a so-called genius could not do it. No, I'm a genius. Lin Xian laughed. He. Xiao Runing laughed unhappily. Genius? Nonsense. Even Su Jiming felt that Xiao Runing had purposely told Lin Xian the method last night, and then let Lin Xian solve it in front of everyone today. That way, he would be able to prove his excellence in front of everyone and receive some rewards from the academy. There was really such a possibility. Damn it. Then tell me your opinion. Xiao Runing said. It's very simple. The straight snake formation is indeed a self-destructive action in a situation where we are outnumbered. However, what I want is not the straight snake formation to fight against the demonic beasts. What I want is the flexibility of the straight snake formation. The enemy will definitely charge. At this time, the straight snake formation will quickly change to attack. The head or tail of the straight snake formation will turn around, forming the 2 dragons emerging from the water formation. Moving forward in the middle, it forms the heaven, earth, and 3 talents formation. Retreating from the 2 ends, it forms the Four Gates Formation. Interweaving with each other, it forms the Five Tigers and Sheep Formation. Lin Xian paused for a moment, then continued, then follow the Lu Ding Lu Jia Formation, which is the Lu Ding Lu Jia Formation. Afterwards, half of the formation will be pulled into a line, while the other half will be like the Four Gates Formation, which is the Big Dipper Seven Stars Formation. Encircling the formation will be arranged according to the 8 trigrams formation, leaving 8 exits, which is the 8 Gates Golden Lock Formation. In the end, it became a 10-sided ambush array. The 10 formations have endless transformations and are hard to defend against. Lin Xian explained. What the hell did he know? These were all things he learned when he was on Earth. The evolution of the ancient 10 great ultimate formations was studied by the ancestors through real battles. Naturally, it was amazing, but it definitely didn't exist here. The long snake formation was the simplest, and they even knew how many formations there were here. However, the fact that there were 10 formations that could be constantly changed was the most terrifying. Impossible to guard against. Xiao Runing seriously pondered over Lin Xian's words. She felt that the most terrifying thing about these formations was their constant transformations. Perhaps 1 or 2 formations wouldn't have much of an effect, but if they were constantly changing, the enemy really wouldn't have the ability to resist. Lin Xian gave her another surprise. Come to my office after class. Let's go back to our seats. Xiao Runing said to Lin Xian. She didn't continue discussing this with Lin Xian in class, because she knew that this was something that couldn't be understood in a short period of time. She needed to understand these things from Lin Xian first. The corners of Lin Xian's mouth curled up slightly, then he returned to his seat. You were the one who researched the evolution of these formations? Morongyu looked at Lin Xian with great interest. Just based on the evolution of this set of formations, those who didn't know their stuff might not be able to see anything, but she knew that if these formations could be used in a real battle, then it would be a milestone for the human race. In history and now, too many strategists had researched these large-scale battle formations. Yes, they had researched a lot, and some of them could be used, but more or less, some of them had minor flaws. And this set of formations was too perfect, so perfect that she even felt that it had been used countless times in a real battle. It was very mature. Yeah. Lin Xian nodded. This was just like writing songs or poems. The things he wrote on Earth here were all written by him, Very impressive. At least until now, I've researched all the formations, including the transformations of formations, but I've never seen such a perfect and flexible formation. 10 formations can achieve flexible transformations. If it can be used in a real battle, then the effects will definitely be significant. Morongyu couldn't help but praise. It's okay. It's just a small matter. Lin Xian smiled and said. After class, Xiao Runing brought Lin Xian to her office. Hurry up and tell me about that formation. Xiao Runing poured a glass of water for Lin Xian and asked impatiently. As someone who had some achievements in this field, Xiao Runing clearly knew how terrifying the transformations of that set of formations were. Lin Xian researched it himself? She didn't believe it. Really, did he really come into contact with these things? If he could research these things, then she had no right to teach him. Nothing much, I just researched it out of boredom. Lin Xian looked at her with a smile, then put his hand on her leg. Xiao Runing removed Lin Xian's hand. I'm asking you very seriously. Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian shrugged and said, I'm usually very bored, okay? I'm bad at playing games, so I usually research things like composing songs, lyrics, and poems. I've also researched formations, it's just that you guys don't know about it. Xiao Runing pondered for a moment. Yes, Lin Xian's poetry was amazing. She had seen it with her own eyes. Before this, she didn't dare to believe it. After that, she also saw it with her own eyes when he wrote songs. It was true. In the past, she wouldn't have believed it even if she died. It was very strange. There were many mysterious things that happened to him. Really? Xiao Runing asked. Lin Xian nodded. Really? Then, did you research anything else? Lin Xian shook his head. No, I just wanted to research a formation that could continuously transform on a whim. I haven't even tested these formations before. Today was the first time I tested it. I didn't expect it to be effective. Xiao Runing, in my opinion, this formation is very complete and very powerful. Can you give it to me? I'll research it. If it's really feasible, this flexible formation can bring unparalleled benefits to the human race. Lin Xian nodded. Of course, but will there be patent fees? If there are patent fees, it depends on how much the three major forces value it. If it can reduce the human race's casualties by millions, tens of millions, or even hundreds of millions, it's very normal to get patent fees of billions. Chapter 1068. Lin Xian's eyes lit up when he heard Xiao Runing's words. Billions. He was in dire need of money right now. Xiao Runing saw Lin Xian's glowing eyes and secretly shook her head. Big brother, your Yashen Group brings you so much profit in a day. Billions could be the Yashen Group's profit in a week. Why are you still so excited? Damn. Who doesn't like money? Lin Xian said. Hurry up and teach me. Xiao Runing then said to Lin Xian. Then give me a kiss. Lin Xian grinned. Scram. This is the office. Anyway, there's no one else here. Hurry up, if you don't kiss, I won't teach you. Lin Xian moved his face closer. Xiao Runing helplessly rolled her eyes, then moved over and kissed Lin Xian with a red face. Hee, sit on my lap, I'll teach you. Xiao Runing, I want to kill him with a knife. 2 days later in the morning, Lin Xian yawned as he walked out of his room on the 108 peaks. Good morning, Brother Xian. Lu Zhengyi greeted Lin Xian. Morning. That's right, Lin Xian brought Lu Zhengyi and Wang Zhuang to the 108 peaks. The boss of each peak had this right, but they couldn't learn martial arts or use the spirit tools here. Once discovered, they would be expelled. Therefore, they only came to a place filled with birds and flowers. There was nothing else. After all, it was only 108 peaks. Brother Xian, there are a lot of people outside who are ready to challenge you. You can challenge them today. You have to be careful. Lu Zhengyi said. Lin Xian twisted his neck and said, Then let's do it. The best thing about this peak was that there was a takeout service. If you ordered takeout, the Martial Arts Academy's supermarket or hotel would deliver it to you. Of course, you had to pay for it. Lin Xian sat on a stone bench, drinking tea and eating peaches. He was very satisfied. For the past 2 days, Lin Xian had been earnestly learning about formations and military matters from Xiao Runing. Lin Xian knew that now was the time for him to work hard and improve himself. However, the Martial God Academy had not made any announcements or made any moves yet. For the time being, the students were still learning. Lin Xian, open the door. At this moment, a voice from outside. F*CK, it's only 6 o'clock? Lin Xian took a bite of the peach, then walked out and opened the door. What the F*CK? The peach in Lin Xian's hand fell to the ground when he saw the mass of people in front of him. Behind him, Wang Zhuang and Lu Zhengyi's jaws dropped when they saw this. Was there a need to be so exaggerated? Lin Xian scanned the crowd. There were at least 1,000 people, right? There were both men and women, and it was only 6 o'clock. I say, are you guys crazy? You can't challenge me like this. Lin Xian asked in confusion. Cut the crap, Lin Xian, accept this young master's challenge. A young man pointed at Lin Xian and said loudly, Fight with me. Fight with me. Fight with me. Lin Xian, fight with me if you're a man. The group of people was like a group of people queuing up in a supermarket to snatch something. Lin Xian was completely stunned. Lin Xian coughed dryly. Wasn't this 2F** king exaggerated? The reason was simple. Firstly, Lin Xian had 108 peaks. In everyone's eyes, it was the threshold to enter the backyard. Although people from the outer courtyard could challenge 108 peaks, A normal person would choose to start from the weakest peak. They were all geniuses, proud sons and daughters of the heavens. Of course, they wouldn't be satisfied if they didn't enter the backyard. They were all thinking, what was the point of taking this test? If they had the guts, they would fight. If they fought, it was hard to say who would enter the backyard. The crowd was unconvinced. They were confident in their own strength and felt that Lin Xian didn't have much ability. Then, the 108 peaks should be easy. There was another important reason why there were so many challengers for Lin Xian's peak. That was Lin Xian's reputation. Lin Xian had more or less interacted with all the campus beauties in the martial arts academy. Weren't these guys jealous? Naturally, they were jealous to death. How many of them came with the idea of beating up Lin Xian to vent their anger? On the other hand, how many challengers were there at this time for the other 8 peaks? In an instant, Lin Xian's 108 peaks attracted the attention of countless people. Some people were still in bed when their WeChat beeped. They saw a short video sent by someone. It was a video of the situation of the 108 peaks. They jumped out of bed immediately. They didn't even bother to wash up. They put on their clothes and ran over. *CK your mother. If they didn't defeat Lin Xian today, someone else would. Then what would happen? Then, the person who succeeded wouldn't be able to challenge him for 2 days. It was a matter of pride for all of them. If they were late today, the 100 to 108 peaks would have to change owners. They, the people from the outer courtyard, wouldn't be able to challenge for 2 days. Who would be able to withstand that? As long as they had the slightest bit of confidence in themselves, they were all eager to become a member of the backyard. The challenge began at 6 o'clock in the morning. The girls who followed Lin Xian knew that Lin Xian was bound to be challenged by many people. Therefore, even Ling Ying, who usually lazed around in bed, woke up early today to check out the situation. Then, he saw the pictures and short videos on the forum. It was a sea of people, and Lin Xian was trembling. Pfft, ha ha ha. Ling Ying couldn't help but laugh. What's wrong? Xiao Xinyue walked out of her room in her pajamas. Lin Xian is going to be miserable this time, Ling Ying said in a relaxed manner. Xiao Xinyue sat beside him and glanced at the forum. Why are there so many people? Xiao Xinyue couldn't help but laugh when she saw the situation on the forum. However, she still asked curiously. This is normal. The 108 peaks are the easiest to defeat in everyone's eyes. So, of course, there are many challengers. Moreover, Lin Xian is hated by many people. Many people want to take this opportunity to beat him up. Ling Ying said. She knew Lin Xian too well. I see. Then he's going to have a hard time today. Han Chuxue walked out of the bathroom after washing up and said, Not necessarily. Each person can only be challenged 5 times a day. Although it seems that there are thousands of people, only 5 people can challenge Lin Xian. So, it's not that troublesome. Of course, if he wants to fight more people, it's fine. Let's go and watch the show. Ling Ying put on his jacket happily. On the other side, the 108 peaks where Lin Xian was at were overcrowded. Hey, which one of you wants to challenge me? There are only 5 chances today. Maybe the first person will succeed. How am I supposed to choose if all of you come at me at the same time? Lin Xian took a bite of a peach and said, Everyone, please support the new book. I randomly pick a new system every day. Please vote for it. There's an update that will be updated at the same time as this book. After reading this, you can read the new book and vote for it. I love you guys. Chapter 1069. Although the reason why everyone came to challenge Lin Xian was to beat him up, the main reason was that they wanted to enter the backyard. If he didn't want to, he could only accept challenges from 5 people. Everyone was confident in themselves and felt that they could defeat him. If someone else beat them to it, they wouldn't have a chance. Accept my challenge. I'm here first. Brother, that's not right, is it? A few hundred of us came here together. How can you be here first? That's right. Lin Xian, accept my challenge. I'm at the front. The group of people said one after another. Brother Xian, what should we do? Lu Zhengyi and Wang Zhuang stood beside Lin Xian, feeling helpless. Lin Xian picked his ears, then went back to sit on the stone bench. You guys come in. Lin Xian said, and then 1,000 to 2,000 people rushed in. When they came in and saw this beautiful courtyard that was like a paradise on earth, they decided that they must become the students of the backyard. In the backyard, to be able to enter the martial arts academy at will, to be able to fall in love, and to be able to bring girls back to have sex, was enough. It was mainly a promotion of status. In the martial arts academy, there were a total of 20,000 people. As long as you entered the backyard, you would be in the top 100 of the 20,000 people. When you walked out, wearing a badge on your chest, you would be in the top 10. Lin Xian sat on the stone bench and peeled an orange, then casually glanced at those people. It gave people a strange feeling. This group of people was not here to challenge Lin Xian. Instead, Lin Xian was the boss, and they were here to beg. You guys, if you want me to pick 5 out of 1 or 2,000 people to challenge, it would be very difficult for me, right? Lin Xian took a bite of the orange and said, Then why don't you just accept all the challenges? One person said, I'm not F*King doing anything else, right? Lin Xian said, and we'll see if you can withstand 5 people without being taken down. Another person said disdainfully, That's right. I'm so weak. I feel like it was purely a matter of luck that I was able to enter the 108 peaks. Perhaps I wouldn't even be able to withstand the first person who challenged me. Lin Xian said, Accept my challenge. Hearing Lin Xian's words, everyone became impatient again. You guys are really making things difficult for me. Who will you choose to challenge me? Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Pick me, pick me. Hurry up, don't dawdle. Pick me. Lin Xian, accept my challenge. Lin Xian, I challenge you directly. You can't refuse my challenge. Let's fight. Why? We came here together. What right do you have to challenge me directly? Get lost. At this time, Lin Xian stood up and looked at everyone. Then he said, How about this? If you don't want to challenge me, then leave. It's easier to choose if there are fewer people. It's really hard for me to choose between 1 or 2,000 people. Unfortunately, no one was willing to leave. They all thought that Lin Xian was a pushover. Alright, since you guys don't want to leave, then there's a way to solve this problem. How about this? You guys pay. I'll accept the challenge of whoever pays more. How about that? Otherwise, if this continues, it'll be difficult for me and the 2,000 of you. What do you think? Lin Xian asked. Everyone was speechless. Do I have to pay to challenge you? However, they somehow felt that Lin Xian's words were reasonable. Now that there were thousands of people here, any one of them could defeat him at any time and enter the backyard, become a backyard student, and enjoy privileges. I think it makes sense. Our side is too special. Instead of arguing pointlessly, why don't we do as Lin Xian said? We pay and whoever pays more will challenge him. This way, we'll have an easy time. If we don't do this, we might even fight among ourselves. Someone said. At this moment, a man walked out and said, Brothers and sisters, how about this? I'll pay and challenge Lin Xian to test the waters. How about that? Pfft, brother, don't you think we're too stupid? You're testing the waters for us? Then why don't I test the waters? What if you defeat him? That's right, that's right. Everyone, quiet down. Lin Xian stretched out his hand and said, I have an idea. Everyone looked at Lin Xian. How about this, everyone who wants to challenge me, I'll get someone to make a copy of my QR code. Get ready and enter your name when you transfer the money. We'll make a silent collection and record each of your information and the amount you pay. The person who pays the most will be the person who challenges me. The advantage of this is that you won't have to bid like an auction. This way, the money spent will be less and no one will know. So, it's very fair. How about it? Hearing Lin Xian's words, they all thought about it. Justice, help me make 2,000 copies of the QR code. Okay, Brother Xian. 15 minutes later, Lu Justice ran over with 2,000 copies of the QR code. Come, come, come. Everyone who wants to challenge me, come and get a QR code. Then you can pay. In 5 minutes, I'll reveal the name of the challenger. Of course, if you think that what I'm doing is wrong, then you don't have to challenge me at all. The other peaks will wait for you. Don't waste your time here. If anyone feels unhappy, then challenge me and beat me up. Then, if we don't pay the most money, will you give it to us? No, why should I give it back? If you feel bad, then don't challenge me. Anyway, there are 2,000 people here. There are a lot of people who want to challenge me. It doesn't matter if you're there or not. Lin Xian grinned. These people were all rich young masters. They definitely didn't lack money. If they could spend some money to exchange for a spot in the backyard, then it would definitely be a profit. Although they were unhappy that they had to pay the challenger, but when they thought about it carefully, it was indeed so. This was because his 108 peaks were indeed special. There were too many people who came to challenge him. If he randomly chose and couldn't pick himself, then he would be unhappy. Moreover, he had clearly said that if they didn't want to challenge him, then they didn't have to pay. After all, they all saw that there were so many people around them. Basically, no one left. As for the amount of money transferred, no one was less than 10,000 yuan. They were all rich young masters. 10,000 yuan was a small amount because they felt that a few thousand yuan was definitely not enough to get a spot with the most transfer. Therefore, it had to be 5 digits. As for the transfer of tens of thousands, it was up to them. Lin Xian roughly glanced at it, then looked at the transfer information on his phone. F***CK. Lu Justice and Wang Zhuang's mouths were wide open. Could it be like this? Were these people all idiots? One by one, they transferred tens of thousands. Chapter 1070. To these rich playboys and young ladies, 10 to 20,000 yuan was just a small amount of money. None of them cared about it. All of them wanted to challenge Lin Xian and obtain the rights to use the 108 rooms so that they could become one of the top 100 students. So to them, that little bit of money wasn't important at all. One person might not seem to have much money, but there were 1,000 or 2,000 people here. They all wanted to challenge Lin Xian and didn't want to miss this opportunity. Then, Lin Xian made a fortune. Behind him, new students came to challenge Lin Xian one after another. When they saw the situation of these people, they were confused and asked. In the end, most of them also joined in this money transfer meeting. Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and Xiao Xinyue also came to watch the show. When they arrived, they caused a huge commotion. Many people who didn't want to transfer money saw the arrival of the 3 goddesses and transferred money. Some people even added money because they wanted to defeat Lin Xian in front of them. This was a rare opportunity. Hey bro, what's going on? Aren't you here to challenge him? I'm here to watch the battle. Why are you all holding your phones? Ling Ying poked a young man in front of him and asked in confusion. The young man turned around and saw the 3 goddess-level campus bells. He was stunned. Oh, yes. The young man sorted out his thoughts and said, "The owner of this mountain is Lin Xian. Because there are too many people who want to challenge him, and he only chooses 5 people to challenge, those of us who want to challenge him secretly transfer money to him. Every round, he will challenge the person who transfers the most money." Puffed. Ling Ying couldn't help but laugh. Han Chuxue and Xiao Xinyue also couldn't help but laugh. As expected of Lin Xian. Only he could do such a thing. No, you should challenge him. Why do you transfer money to him? Ling Ying was puzzled. There are too many people. Everyone wants to challenge him. Although we spent money, it's all for the sake of challenging him. I think it's pretty good. Otherwise, we might have to fight ourselves. If this person had used these wicked ideas on cultivation, he would have been even more powerful. Ling Ying said helplessly, and then asked, "How much did you turn?" 25,000. Ling Ying. If each of them were to transfer 10 to 20,000 yuan, then 1 to 2,000 people would be able to transfer over 10 million yuan per round. This bastard. How shameless. All right, time's up. Now, let me see which brother or sister has transferred the most money. Lin Xian then took a closer look at the amount. 28,137,000. He was completely dumbfounded. How could it be so easy to earn money? Zhao Hailuo? Who's Zhao Hailuo? Lin Xian took a look and saw that Zhao Hailuo had transferred 220,000 yuan. Everyone else had an average of around 20,000 yuan. At this moment, a handsome man walked out from the crowd. It's me. Zhao Hailuo smirked and looked at Lin Xian. Originally, he had already transferred 50,000 yuan. He thought that 50,000 yuan would be the most he could get. Then, he found out that Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and Xiao Xinyue were here. Then, in order to be sure that he would be able to challenge Lin Xian, he directly added 100,000 yuan. Although most of them were rich young masters, no one was willing to pay hundreds of thousands of yuan for a challenge. However, because of the arrival of Han Chuxue and the others, a few of them did pay hundreds of thousands of yuan. But they didn't expect that there was a B*TCH who was even more ruthless and directly transferred more than 200,000 yuan. Who could resist this? You transferred the most money. As for how much you transferred, I won't reveal it. Anyone who has questions can come to me. I will show you the amount he transferred. Now, I will accept your challenge. Lin Xian stood up and looked at Zhao Hailuo. Come on. This young master has been waiting for a long time. Get ready to give up your seat. Zhao Hailuo said confidently. He had the strength of a domain realm expert and was ranked 180th. In the martial arts academy, he could be considered the top. However, there were too many experts in the martial arts academy. Even a domain realm expert could only be ranked in the top 100. In any case, the top few hundred in the martial arts academy were all domain realm experts. It was just a matter of who was stronger. Today was definitely not a loss for him. 200,000 yuan was just the cost of a meal. However, it was not a loss at all to be able to show off in front of the goddesses. Brother, you just took the ticket to challenge me. How can you ask me to give up my seat? Lin Xian said with a smile. In this young master's opinion, it's about right. Zhao Hailuo said with a smile. Then come on. Lin Xian then walked up to the battle stage at the side. That's right, every peak had a battle stage. It was specially designed for martial artists to fight. Zhao Hailuo also walked up to it. More than 1,000 people gathered around them. This challenge is made into a concert. No one else can do this. Ling Ying said helplessly. He's quite talented. He can even make money from a martial artist's challenge. Xiao Xinyue was also helpless. This is called shameless. What's there to be proud of? These martial artists all thought that Lin Xian was in the law realm. It had to be known that Lin Xian's strength in the first round of the assessment was at the law realm. Moreover, he was a 7-star law realm expert. Therefore, everyone thought that Lin Xian could enter the 108 peaks purely because of luck or because he performed well. After all, the assessment was not a martial arts competition. However, they were all confident that they could beat Lin Xian. If they knew that Lin Xian was in the domain realm, more than half of these 2,000 people would probably not have come. This was because most of them were in the law realm. Although they felt that the 108 peaks were the easiest to fight, there was still a huge gap between the law realm and the domain realm. Lin Xian also did not expect that the law realm strength that he deliberately hid back then would actually make him money. Let's use the normal rules of a martial arts competition. Admit defeat, or get off the stage. Zhao Hailuo said to Lin Xian. Okay. Lin Xian nodded. Do we use weapons? Zhao Hailuo asked. Up to you. Then there's no need. I'm afraid I'll hurt you. Then, a wind attribute power erupted from Zhao Hailuo's body. It was very common for martial artists who could come here to have dual attributes, or they were very good at using a single attribute. In any case, Lin Xian could not lose. However, in order to let the people behind him continue to have the confidence to challenge him and for more money, Lin Xian had to deliberately make it harder for him to win. Oh right. Although I'm in the law realm, I have to tell you that I have the strength to fight across realms, Lin Xian said with a smile. Humph, who doesn't? Zhao Hailuo said disdainfully. Let's fight. Sizzle. Lightning flashed on Lin Xian's body. Whoosh, then, Zhao Hailuo confidently rushed in front of Lin Xian and threw a punch at Lin Xian. Chapter 1071. In fact, not many people knew that Lin Xian was at the domain realm. Even Ling Ying and the others didn't know because Lin Xian didn't tell them. Boom! The two fists collided, and Lin Xian's figure was directly sent flying. He landed on the ground and staggered a few steps back. That's it. Zhao Hailuo sneered. Everyone looked at this scene with disdain and nervousness. The reason for their disdain was that he could enter the 108 peaks with such strength. Wasn't he too weak? However, it was normal. After all, Zhao Hailuo was at the domain realm. The reason for their nervousness was that if Lin Xian was defeated by Zhao Hailuo, then Zhao Hailuo would be the new master of the 108 peaks. The master of the domain realm was still a little difficult to fight, and he would only be able to challenge him 2 days later. Naturally, they didn't want Zhao Hailuo to defeat Lin Xian. Ling Ying found it strange. That's not right. Even if Lin Xian is at the law realm, he has lightning attribute power. Logically speaking, he shouldn't lose to Zhao Hailuo by so much, right? Ling Ying was puzzled. She knew Lin Xian's combat power too well. He wasn't at the domain realm but was stronger than the domain realm. Lin Xian definitely wouldn't let himself be in such a sorry state. He's doing it on purpose. Han Chuxue said. Lu. Han Chuxue then looked at Lin Xian and said to Ling Ying, he wants to win with difficulty so that people will continue to challenge him in large numbers. Then, he can earn more money. Ling Ying. Xiao Xinue. How sinister. Xiao Xinue said while holding back her laughter. Lin Xian shook his hand and said, the power of the domain realm is indeed strong. Then, are you going to admit defeat? If you don't, you might be injured. Zhao Hailuo said with a smile. I won't admit defeat. Boom! In the next instant, terrifying lightning erupted from Lin Xian's body and rushed toward Zhao Hailuo. 5 Thunder Phenomenon. Zhao Hailuo also showed a fearful expression when he felt the terrifying lightning rushing towards him. Even though it was only the strength of a Grand Dominion Realm cultivator, the lightning attribute was still the lightning attribute. It was the most violent attribute of all. Furthermore, he could sense that the grade of this battle technique was definitely not low. However, it was only the law realm after all. Furthermore, he was of the wind attribute. In a sense, wind was the bane of lightning. Zhao Hailuo sneered in his heart and sped off into the distance. The moment he moved, Lin Xian made a prediction. As long as he knew the direction he was moving in, it was enough. As for his position, the martial arts stage wasn't that big, so how far could he go? The moment Zhao Hailuo landed, he wanted to attack Lin Xian directly, but his pupils suddenly shrank. He saw Lin Xian's flaming palm strike the ground. He didn't know what would happen, but he had a bad feeling about it. He couldn't react in time because Lin Xian had predicted it and was ahead of him. Boom! A fire god pillar erupted from beneath him. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. Plop! Zhao Hailuo was sent flying and landed on the ground. He clutched his chest and stood up unwillingly. His entire body was burned black, but he didn't lose anything. He was just in a very sorry state. There were many injuries on his face and skin. After all, he was of the Grand Dominion realm. After all, the grade of the fire god pillar wasn't too high. After all, Lin Xian only used the power of the law realm. However, it was still an earth-grade battle technique. If he was hit by it, he couldn't underestimate it. Everyone heaved a sigh of relief when they saw this scene. Fortunately, this Lin Xian was sinister and cunning. Otherwise, he would definitely be defeated by Zhao Hailuo. Sorry, I'm of two attributes. Lin Xian laughed. When Ling Ying and the others saw this scene, as expected, this bastard did it on purpose. He gave people the impression that he wasn't strong and that it was easy to win, relying on tricks or luck, to make others mistakenly think that he was weak, and then give them money one after another. This young master was careless. Zhao Hailuo gritted his teeth and said, "It was really infuriating. He was really careless. He should have thought that even if he didn't like the people from the martial arts academy, they weren't trash. How could they be the same as that group of trash? He should have noticed it long ago." He felt that Lin Xian was no match for him at all, but he was really careless and didn't even use his battle technique. "Then there's nothing I can do. A loss is a loss. I'll challenge again," Zhao Hailuo said unwillingly. "That won't do. You can continue to challenge me if you lose, but I want to give others a chance, so you have to go through the normal process." Lin Xian then glanced at everyone and said, "All right, let's continue. You guys transfer the money. As usual, whoever transfers the most money can fight me." Then, those people couldn't wait to start the second round of transfer. After the first battle, they basically had a rough idea of Lin Xian's strength. He wasn't strong at all, so whoever went up would be able to defeat him. Although Lin Xian had a rough idea of Lin Xian's strength, everyone clearly realized how lucky he was to win. This Zhao Hailuo was too careless. Otherwise, he would have just used a single battle technique and Lin Xian would have to kneel down. As they felt that they had a good grasp of Lin Xian's strength, they were no longer trying to test the waters by transferring money. Everyone who wanted to challenge Lin Xian had transferred the highest amount they believed to be possible. Most of them were at least 6 digits. Hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands. Lin Xian looked at the transfer record, and his eyes lit up. F***ck. It was so easy to earn money from these rich young masters. 5F*** matches in a day? He was willing to fight for a whole day. Cunning villain, is there something wrong with these people's brains? When Ling Ying saw that they couldn't wait to be the first to transfer the money, she was really helpless. Those who came to the martial arts academy, other than those from ordinary families, are mostly from rich families. Tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands are just a small amount. In their eyes, Lin Xian is very weak. Everyone has a chance of defeating him. If they don't go up, others will defeat him. No wonder Lin Xian chose this method. Han Chuxue was quite impressed with Lin Xian. As the saying goes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Although Lin Xian's method had some elements of deception, she inexplicably felt that Lin Xian was handsome and smart. Lin Xian then took a look. F***ck. Are these people crazy? The highest transfer was 600,000. He took a look. It was still that Zhao Hailuo. Alright, the second round is over. I'm sorry to inform everyone that the person who challenged me this round is still Zhao Hailuo. Lin Xian said. What? I transferred 400,000 to you, and you're telling me it's still him? A man pointed at Lin Xian and said angrily. Humph. This young master earned 600,000. Is there anyone who transferred more money than this young master? Zhao Hailuo snorted coldly. I'm a very fair person. The rules are like this. Although this is the second time this brother has challenged me, there's no other way. He indeed transferred the most money. Come on. I recommend the new book. I randomly pick a new system every day. Thank you, everyone. Please comment and support. Chapter 1072. Those people were really uncomfortable. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars were wasted. It was like gambling, but at least if they lost money in gambling, they would still have the gaming experience. However, none of them were willing to leave. It was like a gamble in their hearts. They had already invested hundreds of thousands of yuan. They had to wait for the next round. They couldn't let their previous efforts go to waste. They had to defeat him successfully. However, what could they do now? They could only pray that Lin Xian defeated Zhao Hailuo. Otherwise, it would be like drawing water with a bamboo basket. Li Zhengyi and Wang Zhuang were at the back. They looked at Lin Xian as if they were looking at a god. He really is a god. Originally, they thought that, with thousands of people challenging him, wouldn't they be worried to death? However, he was able to turn this into a business opportunity. No one else could do it. Everyone, don't be discouraged. I may not lose. After all, I defeated this brother once. Lin Xian said with a smile. That was because this young master was careless. Zhao Hailuo said coldly. It was a little embarrassing, especially in front of a goddess. He didn't expect to lose. Therefore, he had to get rid of Lin Xian in a straightforward manner in this battle. Only then would he be able to wash away his shame and let others know that he had been careless. Of course, I know that many of you are unhappy after paying, but the rules are like this. You can choose not to challenge. If you don't challenge, you don't have to pay. Or you can wait. When there are fewer people, you don't have to pay. Lin Xian reminded again, dispelling many people's unhappy thoughts. That's right, they were willing to pay the money. Lin Xian had never forced them to pay. However, they were gradually brainwashed by Lin Xian. Why? One must know that there was no need to pay for a challenge. It was just that there were too many people who wanted to challenge Lin Xian. Stop talking, quickly play chess with this young master. Zhao Hailuo couldn't wait to defeat Lin Xian. Good. I'm coming. Then, Lin Xian jumped onto the stage again. Sigh. It's over now. Previously, this person lost because he was too careless and was tricked by Lin Xian's dual attributes. Now, his domain realm strength can absolutely crush Lin Xian's law realm strength. Yeah, it's a waste of money. He really couldn't accept it. Let me have a fight with him. Mother Kerr, I gave 300,000 for the second round. If I knew this would happen, I would have directly given 1 million. If I had known this would happen, I would have been willing to pay 2 million. These people are too crazy, but this place in the backyard is too important. This support slot might not bring them anything substantial, but for many people, those with status, face was much more important than money. For example, there were some occasions where you had to drive to attend. If your car was rubbish, you would have to rent a luxury car and hire a driver to put on an act. That's right, this was about face. The martial arts academy was a descendant of a prestigious family. Reputation was very important. Moreover, to be honest, there were many martial arts techniques that could only be learned in the backyard. Sometimes, if you learned a few powerful martial arts techniques, it would be useful for the rest of your life. This was much more valuable than hundreds of thousands or millions. Let's fight. Zhao Hailuo's body directly erupted with his power. A wind attribute gale rushed toward Lin Xian. Whoosh, however, in the next instant, Lin Xian's figure suddenly disappeared from the spot. What happened? Stealth? No, it's space. Space, he actually has the space attribute. Zhao Hailuo was also stunned. 3 attributes? He also has the space attribute? But so what if you have space? This young master's realm is higher than yours. The effect of your space energy on this young master is next to nothing. Zhao Hailuo muttered to himself. However, in the next moment, he was unable to react at all. His figure disappeared from where he stood and appeared outside the battle arena. Lin Xian also appeared at his original position. Brother Zhao, you lost again. Lin Xian grinned at Zhao Hailuo. Everyone was dumbfounded. Space was indeed very powerful, but it wasn't invincible. How could you send Zhao Hailuo to the bottom of the arena with a difference of a realm? Zhao Hailuo was also puzzled. Why didn't he react? He even felt the power of space acting on his body, and then he was sent down before he could react and use his strength to break free. The reason was simple. Time. Lin Xian had already activated the time attribute, and Lin Xian didn't need to hide his space attribute. This was because, except for the people in the martial arts academy who didn't know him, everyone else knew that he had the space attribute. Therefore, there was no need to hide it. The release of time was too difficult to be discovered. Lin Xian just used the time attribute to accelerate the flow of time. Because of this, he couldn't react and was sent down. Everyone was shocked by Lin Xian's move. He actually had the space attribute. Then it made sense why his results were not good, and his realm was not high, but he was able to enter the backyard. It must be because the last round of potential assessment points increased too much. 3 attributes were simply too rare, so it must have increased by a lot. Lin Xian. What is the meaning of this? Zhao Hailuo didn't want to think about anything else. He was furious. He pointed at Lin Xian and said angrily, "What's wrong?" Lin Xian scratched his head and looked confused. "You directly used the space attribute to send me out of the arena, and that's considered a win." "Young Master Zhao, you said it yourself before that according to the normal rules of the competition, then may I ask if the normal rules of the competition prohibit using this method to win?" "No. Space is also a type of attribute, so why can't I use this method?" Hearing Lin Xian's words, Zhao Hailuo pointed at him and trembled in anger. "Yes, that's right." The others simply wanted to laugh to death. They originally thought that Zhao Hailuo was going to defeat Lin Xian, but they didn't expect him to use the space attribute. Then, he didn't have any other trump cards now, right? Humph. But do you think this is fair? Zhao Hailuo suppressed his anger and said. He couldn't be angry, because Lin Xian was indeed not wrong. What he said was right, and there were 3 goddesses here, so he couldn't lose his demeanor. That's true, but no one said it before. Then, let's do it this way. From the next round, I can use the space attribute because it is my attribute, but I won't use the space attribute to send you out of the arena. How about it? Lin Xian said. When many of them knew that Lin Xian had the space attribute, they already had the idea of retreating, because space was indeed powerful, and directly sending people out of the arena was really shameless. However, Lin Xian said that he wouldn't use this method, so many of them wanted to continue fighting. Chapter 1073. It was very strange. Perhaps this was the normal mentality of a person. They clearly saw that others couldn't beat Lin Xian, and the other domain realm cultivators were sent away, but they always felt that they could beat Lin Xian. This was a normal mentality. They were all geniuses, so why couldn't they beat others? After all, Lin Xian was only at the lower realm. Although he had space, under normal circumstances, the space attribute's effect was not particularly great in a battle of the same level. The most powerful thing about space was that it was terrifying. As for why Lin Xian was able to send Zhao Hailuo out of the arena directly, no one understood. Logically speaking, Zhao Hailuo was much stronger than Lin Xian, so Lin Xian's space attribute should be more effective against himself. The effect would be instantly broken against the enemy. Everyone guessed that Zhao Hailuo didn't think of it and didn't react in time. Zhao Hailuo himself didn't know. He clearly felt that he had reacted, but he didn't have time to do it. He couldn't understand it, so he could only think of it as his carelessness. Good. Let's do it again. Zhao Hailuo stared at Lin Xian. It's fine to do it again, but we'll have to start again. Lin Xian grinned and said. Let's start again then. Zhao Hailuo gritted his teeth and said. He was trembling with anger. Come, next round. Lin Xian said with a smile. How shameless. I'm convinced. Ling Ying said helplessly from behind. It's a little shameless. Han Chuxue nodded. It's very shameless. Xiao Xinyue added. However, she inexplicably felt that she liked his shamelessness. What kind of logic was this? This time, there were much fewer people who transferred money, so few that only a few dozen people transferred money. Why? Because everyone could see that Zhao Hailuo was very angry. He would definitely take out a very high amount of money to fight Lin Xian to the death. Even if they wanted to compete, what if it was too little? If it was too little, they would suffer a huge loss. Therefore, although many people wanted to fight Lin Xian, they felt that they didn't want to fight with Zhao Hailuo. Although they were all rich, they couldn't afford it, right? Lin Xian glanced at it. He had earned more than 50 million in 3 rounds. He felt as if he was about to fly. However, Lin Xian felt that he could still earn a few rounds. Lin Xian couldn't keep hiding it, but at least he could earn a lot today. Therefore, to win against Zhao Hailuo. This round of transfers. Oh, young Master Zhao, why do you have to do this? Lin Xian glanced at Zhao Hailuo Xian and said, Zhao Hailuo, this young master has already spent so much money. If I don't win today, wouldn't I have suffered a huge loss? Zhao Hailuo said unwillingly. He was trembling with anger. Lin Xian really wanted to laugh to death. This Zhao Hailuo was really stubborn. He directly used 1 million this time. Sigh, the life of the rich is really good. Then come. Lin Xian twisted his neck and walked up the stage again. Behind him, Morong Yu also walked into Lin Xian's courtyard. She had already guessed that Lin Xian's place would be very lively. Sure enough, when she woke up in the morning, she saw the news on the forum. She didn't want to come to watch the fun, but she was too bored. She agreed to spar with Lin Xian today, but she naturally wouldn't do it this morning. Suddenly, she saw the news that Lin Xian's side was paying for a duel. She was puzzled and just happened to be bored, so she came to take a look. Another piece of news exploded. The top 4 campus beauties of the academy were all attracted to this place. Therefore, in order to see these 4 campus beauties, countless people came to challenge them. In just a short period of time, the number of people in the 108 peaks was simply too many. It directly exceeded 5,000 people. You're here too. Ling Ying looked at Morong Yu, who was walking over, and greeted him. They weren't very familiar with each other, and they weren't even friends. Even if they knew each other, they admired each other. Even in Morong Yu's eyes, Ling Ying and Han Chuxue were still outstanding. Morong Yu nodded and said, I saw on the forum that it was quite lively here, so I came to take a look. I didn't expect there to be so many people in such a short time. Morong Yu also felt that it was quite exaggerated. There were too many people here. How is it now? Morong Yu asked. This guy is scamming money. Ling Ying said helplessly. I heard that you have to pay to challenge here? That's quite surprising. Morong Yu said. Then, Ling Ying gave her a brief explanation. Morong Yu. She was really impressed. He was the first person in history to play so casually. Zhao Hailuo took a look and was shocked to find that Morong Yu was also here. Who was this Lin Xian? How did he attract all these beauties? It was no secret that Lin Xian had some kind of relationship with them. As for what kind of relationship it was something that no one knew. What's going on? Morong Yu is also here? What's the relationship between Lin Xian and these people? It said that Lin Xian and Ling Ying were classmates, so it's normal for them to know each other. I heard that Xiao Xinyue and Lin Xian were in the same school, so it's normal for them to know each other. Morong Yu and Lin Xian were in the military class of this martial arts academy, so they were also classmates. Damn. Lin Xian's luck with women is too good. What's the use? They're just classmates, not boyfriend and girlfriend. Lin Xian, I hope that this time you can have a fair fight with me. Zhao Hailuo said to Lin Xian in a righteous manner when he saw that Morong Yu was here. Sure, young Master Zhao has spent so much money, it's not right if I don't have a fair fight with you. Lin Xian smiled. Come on. Zhao Hailuo released his wind attribute again. In the next moment, he rushed toward Lin Xian without hesitation. You want to compete in speed? You think you can be faster than me with the wind attribute? Unfettered under the heavens. Lin Xian smirked and disappeared in an instant. Freedom under the heavens. Grade. Heaven rank 10 stars. Type. Movement skill requirements. None, a rare movement skill in the world. With each step, you'll be able to travel 1,000 meters with each step. Freedom under the heavens has 3 levels. The first level is Phantom Transformation. The second level is 1,000 meters with each step. The third level is so close, yet so far. Once mastered, you can travel the world in just a moment. Effect: when Freedom Under the Heavens is activated, your movement speed will increase by up to 10 times. Consumes 20 to 200 spiritual energy value per second. When released with the wind attribute, the effect will be doubled. Current level: Phantom Transformation. This was a very, very heaven-defying skill. One had to know that this was a heaven rank 10 stars. Although it wasn't an offensive skill, it could increase one's movement speed by 10 times. How could the wind attribute compare to it? At first, everyone thought that Lin Xian was using the space attribute again, but they were shocked to find that it wasn't the case. Chapter 1074. Everyone looked at the two figures in shock. They crossed each other countless times every second, and their speed was incomparably fast. However, Lin Xian was definitely faster than him. Zhao Hailuo had a certain level of attainment in the wind attribute, but he found that Lin Xian's speed was F*King faster than his own. 4 attributes? Everyone was dumbfounded when they saw this scene. No, it's not 4 attributes. There's no wind attribute power. At this moment, a figure walked over and said calmly, "Qin Ming." Qin Ming walked to Xiao Xinyue's side and said to that person, "It's a martial skill, not a wind attribute martial skill. It should be a movement skill, and a high-grade one at that." Everyone looked at him. Everyone recognized him. After all, he was ranked 20th in the inner courtyard. It was impossible for him not to be famous. Qin Ming mainly saw Xiao Xinyue here, so he came. He didn't have much time to interact with Xiao Xinyue, and he was pursuing her. Then, he looked at Xiao Xinyue and said with a smile, "Xinyue, we haven't exchanged pointers in a long time. Now that we're in the martial arts academy, why don't we find a chance to exchange pointers?" Exchanging pointers was an excuse, but if he could exchange pointers with Xiao Xinyue alone, they could cultivate their relationship. In his memory, there was no chance for them to be alone. Xiao Xinyue nodded slightly. "Anything is fine." "Okay, then I'll go to your peak to exchange pointers?" Xiao Xinyue nodded slightly. She didn't want to exchange pointers, but she couldn't refuse him with this excuse. She would just treat it as practice. After all, she wanted to be able to exchange pointers with others in the martial arts academy to improve herself. This movement skill is at least of the heaven rank. I've only seen 2 heaven rank movement skills, and this is the third one. It's really shocking. Morongyu looked at Lin Xian and muttered to herself. Yeah, there are many heaven rank martial skills, but movement skills are very rare, let alone a heaven rank martial skill. Ling Ying nodded. To be able to surpass the power of the wind attribute with just a movement technique, how powerful was that? At this moment, the one who felt the most uncomfortable was Zhao Hailuo. What was this situation? How could this person be so fast? In the past, Lin Xian's spiritual energy value was very low, so he couldn't maintain the Heaven's Shadow Step for long. However, it was different now. "I'd like to see how long your martial skill can last." Zhao Hailuo coldly snorted. Using martial skills to forcefully increase his speed would definitely consume more spiritual energy than using elemental power to increase his speed. Lin Xian wasn't a fool. He couldn't show off too much. After wandering around for a while, Lin Xian stopped and stood in front of Zhao Hailuo. "You're out of spiritual energy." Zhao Hailuo sneered. "Now, you can just wait to lose." Fierce wind rolling waves. Zhao Hailuo roared and released a powerful martial skill. In an instant, the entire small stage was shrouded in a fierce wind. Each wind carried a drop of water, and at this time, each drop of water was as terrifying as a bullet. "Break for this young master!" Zhao Hailuo angrily shouted, and like a torrential storm of pear blossom needles, a strong wind swept towards Lin Xian. The whole martial skill covered the whole martial arts stage, and Lin Xian simply had nowhere to hide. "It's over, it's over. This Zhao Hailuo is going to win." F***ck. If I knew this would happen, I would have F** King fought with this Lin Xian even if I had 2 million. Sigh. Previously, Lin Xian seemed to be at ease, but in fact, Zhao Hailuo didn't use any martial skills. Now that he's using a martial skill, with his realm, Lin Xian can't avoid it. You think it's over? The corner of Lin Xian's mouth rose slightly. Spatial lock. Following that, Lin Xian retreated to the edge of the stage and sealed almost the entire stage. Boom! A terrifying force bombarded Lin Xian, but it was all blocked by the sealed space. It's useless. You can't block the spatial lock of the Law Realm. Zhao Hailuo roared again and leaped towards Lin Xian. The terrifying force wanted to directly shatter the barrier of the spatial lock. But I never thought of using spatial lock to seal you. The corner of Lin Xian's mouth rose slightly. What? Zhao Hailuo, who was rushing over, was stunned. What was the meaning of this? Spatial shift. In an instant, all the martial skills he released disappeared in front of him and appeared behind Zhao Hailuo. Humph. You want to perish together? Then this young master will win. Zhao Hailuo said angrily. In his position, and in the air, it was impossible for him to dodge with just the wind attribute, but Lin Xian couldn't avoid the dense bombardment of martial skills at the same time. They could only fall together. Is that so? Lin Xian laughed. Zhao Hailuo punched Lin Xian, and Lin Xian was hit by him, but he blocked it with his arm. The two figures flew out of the stage together, and Zhao Hailuo definitely didn't want to be hit by his own martial skills, so he had no intention of retreating at all. Just as they were about to land, Lin Xian's figure disappeared in the air, and Zhao Hailuo fell down. F***CK. Damn spatial attribute. Zhao Hailuo cursed angrily. If it wasn't for the spatial attribute, they would have fallen together, and Lin Xian would have fallen down first. However, this spatial attribute was too difficult to deal with. Its functionality was too strong. But you will definitely be seriously injured. Zhao Hailuo thought to himself. The range of his martial skills was huge. Even if he used spatial shift behind him, it could still cover the entire stage, and he would still be seriously injured by the martial skills on the stage. This couldn't be blamed on him. He clearly didn't have to go up, but who could he blame if he went up? However, he looked back. Where was Lin Xian? Then he suddenly raised his head. F***CK. Isn't this spatial attribute too strong? This Zhao Hailuo is furious. Although the martial skill is still in the entire stage, Lin Xian forcefully used the spatial attribute to send himself to the sky above the stage. Although the range of this martial skill is huge, it can't reach the sky at all. I really envy the spatial attribute. That's right, why did Lin Xian stay on the stage? Can't he do it in the air? Who said that the spatial attribute could only be used to jump horizontally? Who said that it couldn't be used in the sky? Lin Xian landed on the stage from the sky, and then stood up. You lost again. Lin Xian looked at Zhao Hailuo and said with a smirk. Really, everyone wanted to fight with Lin Xian, but his spatial attribute was too OP. If they wanted to fight against the spatial attribute, they had to make it so that it couldn't react in time, or even use space to fight against the spatial attribute, or use time to suppress the spatial attribute. However, Zhao Haitong's realm suppressed Lin Xian, so how could he still lose? It was because his attribute was too trashy. Although the wind attribute was a rare attribute, it couldn't do anything against the spatial attribute. Chapter 1075. These so-called geniuses all felt that they could defeat Lin Xian. However, Lin Xian had indeed defeated Zhao Hailuo, so they were actually starting to doubt their own abilities. However, regardless of whether it was enough or not, Lin Xian had earned so much money from this challenge. Lin Xian was already super satisfied, okay? Zhao Hailuo was the one who felt the most uncomfortable. He felt extremely uncomfortable. What exactly went wrong? He, a domain realm cultivator, was defeated by Lin Xian time and time again. Why? Was he convinced? Of course, he was still not convinced. He still had countless martial arts techniques and laws that he had not used. Why did he lose? Powerlessness. There was a deep sense of powerlessness. Most importantly, he had lost in front of the goddesses. This was even more uncomfortable. However, he had indeed lost. He, Zhao Hailuo laughed and then said, "The spatial attribute is indeed powerful. The wind attribute is indeed a little weak in front of the spatial attribute. Although I still have many martial arts techniques and laws that I have not used, I have indeed been defeated by you. I have indeed lost." He hoped that saying this would be able to salvage his image in the eyes of the goddesses. He could not fight with this Lin Xian anymore. If he continued to fight, others would think that he was a sore loser. This was the only way. Damn it! He had to get back at him. But why did he lose? He really could not understand. Although the spatial attribute was powerful, why was it so difficult for him to shatter the spatial energy barrier? It was not that he had not fought against spatial attribute martial artists before. He felt that even if he fought against spatial attribute martial artists of the same realm, it would not be as difficult to deal with as Lin Xian. Perhaps it was because he had not used his full strength. Of course, he knew where his strength was. Then, is there anyone else who wants to challenge me? Lin Xian glanced at everyone. No one said anything. How about I don't use the spatial attribute? Lin Xian then said. Hua, hearing Lin Xian's words, everyone was in an uproar again. Wasn't he King looking down on them too much? However, it had to be said that the spatial attribute did have a greater psychological pressure on martial artists. Even if these people were in the domain realm and were quite outstanding, they still felt that way. If they had a very terrifying attribute, such as the spatial attribute, they would naturally be among the 108 peaks. This bastard is just thinking of ways to cheat money. Ling Ying shook his head helplessly. This Art Xian group was really making a lot of money every day. What a money grubber. However, she knew that Lin Xian was not a money grubber. F***CK. Zhao Hailuo clenched his fists. You are not using the spatial attribute? He was trembling with anger. Lin Xian, are you sure you don't want to use the spatial attribute? Someone asked. Of course, if I don't use the spatial attribute. That is, if I not using the spatial energy, not using the. Lin Xian rubbed his chin and said, deliberately showing weakness. Then, Lin Xian continued, but I feel that since I can stand on the 108 peaks, I should be stronger than you. How can I be easily defeated by you? So, I've decided not to use it. Okay. I'll challenge you. Hey, don't be in such a hurry. Are there still many people who want to challenge me? Lin Xian then glanced at the crowd. Of course. We all want to challenge you. In their eyes, Lin Xian was powerful because of the spatial attribute. The spatial attribute was indeed strong, but what if he didn't have it? What were they afraid of? Okay, pay up. Everyone. Yes, there were too many people challenging him. In addition, Lin Xian was still showing weakness and even said that he wouldn't use the spatial attribute. How many people would want to challenge him then? The morning passed just like that. How much money did Lin Xian earn? Close to 100 million. The more they fought, the more they felt that something was amiss. How could a domain realm cultivator like Lin Xian defeat them all? Even if he didn't use the spatial attribute, it was still the same. But every time he won, they felt that it was a narrow victory, and yet they felt that they could win. Okay. After fighting for the entire morning, I'm dead tired. I won't accept any more challenges today. Lin Xian waved his hands and said to the crowd, fight with me again. I'll definitely win this round. Win my ass. Yours truly didn't even use my space attribute. I'm not going to fight anymore. The rules say that each person can only accept 5 challenges a day before they have the right to reject. I've already gone over 5 times today. I'm tired. Lin Xian waved his hands and walked down the stage. If this continued, he would probably be exposed. Then we'll challenge again tomorrow. Again? Sure, I can't reject the rules of the academy anyway. But remember to bring fewer people. Otherwise, you'll have to pay up. Even I feel sorry for you, understand? Ling Ying, Han Chushue, Xiao Xinue, Murong Yu, let's go eat lunch. Lin Xian waved his hands. Then, everyone left the 108 mountains in a bad mood. Ling Ying and the others also left. They didn't have too much contact with Lin Xian. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Although he said not to bring too many people tomorrow because he felt sorry for the money, the more he said that, the more people came tomorrow. Logically speaking, he was a bit reluctant to leave the 108 mountains. Perhaps the spirit tools and martial skills in the 108 mountains were the worst, but this was a treasure trove. However, Lin Xian also knew that this matter would at most earn him money for 2 or 3 days. After that, there would naturally be people who would react. So, after earning these 2 or 3 days of money, he prepared to charge up. Big brother Xian, how much did you earn this morning? Lu Zhengyi was really shocked the whole morning. About 100 million, maybe less. It's just that the first 2 batches of people transferred more money. Later on, there might be people who noticed something, so they didn't transfer much. Let's go, I'll treat you guys to a meal. Lin Xian smiled. Today's military class was in the afternoon. Basically, every class would have classes in the morning or the afternoon. Xiao Runing liked to have classes in the afternoon because she knew that a certain someone often slept in. However, she also liked to have classes in the afternoon because she also slept in. As for the length of time, it was the same. There were 3 classes, 2 hours. The rest of the time was up to the students. And now, to Lin Xian, the mission was even more important. In the martial arts academy, Lin Xian did learn a lot of things. He also worked hard to learn a lot of things. For example, when he learned from Xiao Runing in the military class, Lin Xian really worked hard to learn. As for the other things, like the use of attributes, Lin Xian felt that he didn't have to deliberately learn because he had the system. Because of the completion of the mission, the purity and proficiency would be maxed out. Chapter 1076. To Lin Xian, Xiao Xinue's mission was very important. Then came another mission that interested Lin Xian. It was Lan Xing's mission, Break the Law. Then came Murong Yu's mission, Unknown Reward. And one more, Wu Yuhan. What a headache. Wu Yuhan's opening was already hell difficulty. However, the reward left Lin Xian scratching his head. What did Dark Disguise Battle mean? The reward for this mission was to activate the Dark Disguise battle form. It felt like something that could increase one's combat power. Anyway, this reward was not too useless. This was the easiest mission for Lin Xian to come into contact with at the moment. Of course, there was also Murong Qing's and Ling Longyue's missions. These 2 missions were already replenishing Lin Xian's Adonis points every day. However, these 2 missions were not easy to obtain in a short period of time. There was also an Xian. Lin Xian wanted to complete her mission a little later. There was no rush. Lin Xian now had the time attribute, but his proficiency was very low. As long as he completed an Xian's mission, his proficiency would be full. However, an Xian's mission would have a fiancé. They were betrothed when they were young. This person was also very powerful and was also in the martial arts academy. Lin Xian was of course not afraid. He was just afraid of the trouble. Oh right. There was also Yi Runbing's mission. How should he describe this mission? In Lin Xian's eyes, this mission was already completed in a certain sense. However, it was also very difficult to complete in a certain sense. It was very strange. The main thing was that this woman was very strange. Lin Xian, Lu Zhengyi and the others went to eat a big meal. In the afternoon, he studied seriously in Xiao Runing's military class. The sky was slightly dark. Lin Xian originally planned to return to Lin and city to accompany Linya. However, just as he walked out of the military class area, Lin Xian saw Lan Xingxing, who was wearing pink clothes outside. What a beautiful and sweet girl. Lin Xian, Lin Xian, Lin Xian. Seeing Lin Xian walk out, Lan Xingxing happily ran over and stood in front of Lin Xian. This scene was still in the eyes of many people. They were puzzled. The Martial Arts Academy's list of the top 10 beauties, but they did not seem to have seen Lin Xian interact with Wu Yuhan at all. The others seemed to have communicated with him more or less. What the hell was this? Lan Xingxing even took the initiative to find Lin Xian? Because of these reasons, Lin Xian was really known by everyone in the Martial Arts Academy. Especially in the morning, when he challenged Lin Xian and was surrounded by several beauties, Lin Xian was once again pushed to the forefront of the storm. Now, there were too many people who hated Lin Xian. However, there were still many people who did not put Lin Xian in their eyes. Those people were naturally more outstanding geniuses. Princess Xingxing, my Princess Xingxing, why? *CK. It's this Lin Xian again. What's so special about him? Why are those girls always around him? He knows Ling Ying and the others because they are classmates. He knows Morongyu because they are also classmates. But what about Lan Xingxing? How did they know each other? Alright. *CK. Lan Xingxing and Morongyu are roommates. Maybe they met through Morongyu. *CK. Knowing one of the girls on the leaderboard is equivalent to knowing several of them. Those people muttered unhappily. Lan Xingxing's appearance was sweet and her style was also sweet and cute. Therefore, it was easy for people to arouse a desire to protect her. They also wanted to press her head into their chest and rub it. Therefore, everyone gave her the nickname of Star Princess, which gave off the feeling of a little princess. What are you doing here? Lin Xian looked at Lan Xingxing in confusion. I have already bought a lot of ingredients. Lan Xingxing cutely stuck out her pink tongue at Lin Xian. Lin Xian, wow, you're too sensible. No. Lan Xingxing said with a smile. You think I am praising you? Oh. Lan Xingxing blinked her big eyes. Is it not? She secretly thought in her heart. But I want to eat your cooking. I'll pay for it. Lan Xingxing looked expectantly at Lin Xian and said, Forget it, you don't have to pay. Lin Xian shook his head. In any case, he didn't have anything to do tonight. Moreover, if he went to the dorm, Lan Xingxing, Morongyu, and Wu Yuhan would be the 3 girls for the mission. This was a good opportunity for him to increase his favorability. That, is your big sister Wu Yuhan here? Lin Xian asked. Oh, when I sent the ingredients up, big sister Wu was also here. Lan Xingxing thought for a while and said, Lin Xian, if you feel awkward, we can go next door and eat with big sister Ling and the others. Originally, they did not know each other. However, because they were invited to eat together last time, they naturally knew each other. Lan Xingxing was a cute girl. At the same time, she was very familiar with people. As long as she felt that someone was good, she would make people feel as if they had known each other for a long time. She was completely unguarded and liked to make friends. Last time, after eating together, she added Ling Ying and the others on WeChat. Then, she chatted with them all day long. They talked about all kinds of topics. It was like a guy hitting on a girl after getting her WeChat. Let's go to your place. Lin Xian said. The misunderstanding or conflict between him and Wu Yuhan had to be resolved because this woman had a mission. He could not avoid it just because she was there. Instead, the more she was there, the more Lin Xian wanted to go. Lan Xingxing scratched her hair suspiciously. Why did big sister Wu want to go to Lin Xian when she was there? She did not understand. Okay, then, let's go. I bought a lot. Lin Xian nodded. Hi, big sister Morong. Lan Xingxing suddenly greeted Morongyu, who was walking over from behind. Morongyu walked over. What's wrong? Big sister Morong, Lin Xian promised to cook for us. Lan Xingxing said happily. Morongyu glanced at Lin Xian with her beautiful light blue eyes. Then, she asked Lan Xingxing, "Is Wu Yuhan home?" "Big Sister Wu is home. However, Lin Xian still wants to go." Morong Yu glanced at Lin Xian in surprise. "We have to clear up the misunderstanding, right?" Lin Xian said. "This can't be considered a misunderstanding," Morong Yu said. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and nodded. "Then I have to apologize." "Okay." Then, the three of them walked toward the female dormitory. This caused a huge commotion. There were many people who saw this scene behind them. They also secretly followed them. Then, they realized that they had walked into the female dormitory together. The male students could swagger into the female dormitory. However, they could not do so inside the building. "Damn! There are so many people following behind us. How am I supposed to go in?" Lin Xian said helplessly. Chapter 1077. These people seemed to be enjoying the scenery and chatting with them, but they were actually waiting to see what they were up to. A man followed 2 campus bells to the female dormitory. What was he up to? F*CK. Why don't you go out and find a place with no one around and use your space attribute to go over? Morong Yu said. "Big sister, you have the space attribute too. You should know how hard it is to locate." "That's true," Morong Yu muttered to herself. "From a position where you could see the place, you could teleport into the room. Of course, the prerequisite was that you had been there before. Otherwise, it would be really difficult." "Why don't I just go up?" Lin Xian shrugged and said. "Huh?" Morong Yu looked at Lin Xian in confusion. "Since I'm in the backyard now, I have this privilege. As for keeping a low profile, F*CK. He couldn't keep a low profile anymore. Everyone knew about him. How could he keep a low profile? However, it was fine as long as he didn't expose his strength completely. As for the girls, he really couldn't keep a low profile anymore. Now, it was rumored that Lin Xian had some relationship with all the girls except for Wu Yuhan. The others didn't care what relationship he had, but he couldn't have any relationship with them. So what was Lin Xian afraid of? "Didn't you say you didn't want to be noticed by those people?" Morong Yu asked. "But now they have noticed. The fact that you guys came to my 108 Peaks this morning to watch the show has already explained it. That's because we've been classmates for a long time. What's wrong with watching classmates fight?" Morong Yu said indifferently. "Let me tell you, it's different in the hearts of these idiots. Don't talk about watching me fight. You can't even talk to me." Morong Yu. Men are really strange creatures. It's not strange. The main thing is that girls are too beautiful. For a creature with a lower body, they want to possess them. Lin Xian laughed. "Then Big Sister Morong is so beautiful. Lin Xian, are you also going to pursue Big Sister Morong?" Lan Xingxing blinked his big eyes and said to Lin Xian. "Morong Yu, everyone wants to pursue a beautiful girl, but the class leader isn't someone ordinary people can pursue." Lin Xian joked. However, this was also a fact. It was really not easy to chase after Morong Yu. "But Lin Xian, you're not ordinary either." Lan Xingxing looked at Lin Xian and said. She felt that Lin Xian was glowing, especially when she saw him cooking in the kitchen. He was simply too dazzling. The happiest thing was when he was cooking, and then she would secretly take a few bites. Wow, the feeling of sneaking around was simply too great. Lin Xian really liked this Lan Xingxing. He was helping him pursue Morong Yu, ha ha ha. Is there anything unusual about it?" Lin Xian asked. "Oh, your cooking is delicious." Lan Xingxing smiled foolishly. "What else?" Also, Lan Xingxing tilted his little head and thought for a while. "He's very nice." Lin Xian, class leader, what do you think? "He's okay," Morong Yu said faintly. "I think that's a pretty good evaluation from your mouth, right? Think what you want." In her heart, Lin Xian was a little special. In her opinion, He should be the only friend she felt that she got along with quite well. Although he seemed to be a little shameless with his words, she definitely felt that he was a good person. Morong Yu finished speaking and walked into the dormitory building. Lin Xian chatted with them as he walked in as well. F***CK. What's going on? Lin Xian walked into the dormitory building with them? Don't tell me they're going to their dormitory? F***CK. I don't believe it, I don't believe it. Ah. Why? Don't panic. If there's really something going on between them, why would they walk in so openly? This news tells us that there's definitely nothing going on between them. That's why they walked in together so openly. I understand the logic, but I just don't like it. This news suddenly exploded again. However, it was similar to what they were discussing. Jealousy and envy. Everyone knew that because they walked in together without any hesitation, it meant that there was nothing going on between them. They were only jealous and envious of Lin Xian and Morong Yu. Why did they have such a good relationship? Class leader, did you spar with that Duan Ling Xiao? In the elevator, Lin Xian asked curiously. Lin Xian was very concerned about this Duan Ling Xiao. He was infinitely close to Morong Yu's ability. No, he said that we'll spar at night. I rejected him. Let's talk about it tomorrow. Spar at night, sigh. Who knows what will happen at night? Lin Xian said with a smile. Sister Morong, does he like you? Morong Yu said, he came to my house to ask for my hand in marriage. Lin Xian, and then? Then I said that he could beat me, so I agreed. I beat him away. Morong Yu said calmly. Lin Xian. Suddenly, Lin Xian's eyes lit up. So your goal is to find a boyfriend who can beat you? Then I want to try. Morong Yu. I knew it. Lin Xian definitely wants to pursue Sister Morong. Lan Xingxing pouted her lips. She was a little unhappy. Why was she unhappy? She didn't know. No, it's just that his identity is special and there are many seniors around. It's not good if I don't give a reason, so I said that. Morong Yu said. She didn't answer Lin Xian's last sentence. The reason is simple. He doesn't like her. I said it, but it's still a marriage proposal. What can I do? Morong Yu shrugged. Then they walked out of the elevator. Lin Xian, delicious, delicious. Lan Xingxing couldn't wait to shout. She was very happy again. Sure, little ancestor, lower your voice. Ah. Lan Xingxing was stunned and looked at Lin Xian. I don't want the people next door to hear. One had to know that Ling Ying and the other two were next door. Lin Xian came here to pick up girls. If the three of them knew, it would be bad. You can invite them to eat together. Lan Xingxing said innocently. No, I want to cook less. Do you think cooking isn't tiring? Lin Xian explained. Actually, it wasn't. How could they pick up girls if they came? Oh. Lan Xingxing covered her mouth. Morong Yu glanced at Lin Xian. Because of this? Why didn't she believe it? Moreover, cooking was quite enjoyable. Something was fishy. Don't tell them that I'm cooking for you without inviting them. When the time comes, they'll have to ask me to cook for them. I'm a big man, a big martial artist. If I have to cook for you guys every day, I'll be a joke if this gets out. Lin Xian made up another excuse. Got it. Then they opened the door and walked in. Wu Yuhan was sitting on the sofa. She turned her head and looked at them. Chapter 1078. Wu Yuhan sat on the sofa with her legs crossed and looked at them with her phone in her hand. Lin Xian felt that something was wrong the moment he saw her. Something was very, very wrong. The first time he saw Wu Yuhan, she was an extremely cold woman. This kind of coldness was different from the coldness of Han Chuxue, Linglong Shui, and Morong Yu. Her coldness was so cold that it made people panic. It was similar to the coldness of Linglong Shui when she was angry. She was so cold that people did not dare to get close to her. She was like a cold killer. But now, She had a devilish smile on her face. It was a seductive feeling. It was completely different from before. It was super strange. Morong Yu and Lan Xingxing were calmer when they saw her. They were used to it. Then, the two of them walked in with Lin Xian following behind. Sister Wu, Lin Xian is here to cook for us. You should eat some too. The food he cooks is super delicious. Lan Xingxing gave Wu Yuhan a silly smile. Sure, I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm going out to eat. I'm happy to have someone cook for me. Wu Yuhan smiled and said. Lin Xian was confused. Damn. What the hell? Did I open it the wrong way? That. Beauty Wu Yuhan, I was in the wrong last time. I was reckless. I didn't have time to apologize to you. I'm sorry. Lin Xian scratched his head and said to Wu Yuhan. It's okay. Just take responsibility. Wu Yuhan chuckled. Ah. Lin Xian scratched his head in confusion again. Wu Yuhan stood up and walked in front of Lin Xian. Her slender hand slowly stroked Lin Xian's cheek. As she stroked, she said in a charming, seductive, and aggrieved voice, You saw me naked. Aren't you going to take responsibility? Lin Xian was confused. The next moment, she frowned slightly. Then, she laughed and took 2 steps back. What the hell? Lin Xian roared in his heart. Lin Xian had heard that Wu Yuhan had a bad reputation. She seemed to be in a relationship with a few people from the martial arts academy. Regardless, Lin Xian did not believe it. How could Wu Yuhan look like that kind of woman when he last saw her? Moreover, the system had triggered a mission for her. Lin Xian knew that once the system triggered a mission for a girl, she would definitely be very good. At least, she was definitely not that kind of woman. This was what he had learned from all the girls who had triggered the mission. However, the current Wu Yuhan made Lin Xian feel that she might really be the same as the rumors. How strange. No, it really felt like they were not the same person. I'm sorry, my sister doesn't seem to like me touching you. Wu Yuhan smirked as she looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian? Your sister? Could it be that the one I saw last time was your twin sister? This was also the first time Morong Yu and Lan Xingxing heard Wu Yuhan admit this. Previously, they had guessed that she had dual personality, but they had never asked her. Now, it seemed like it was the case. No, my sister is me. I'm your sister. The one you saw naked last time was also me. Wu Yuhan laughed. Lin Xian? Dual personality? Lin Xian opened his mouth wide. Damn. Aha, you can say that. Why? Did you meet a monster? Wu Yuhan smirked as she looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian shook his head. No, although this kind of thing isn't common, I've heard of it before. In a sense, dual personality was actually a mental illness or schizophrenia. There were mild and severe cases of dual personality. When such a person recalled daily events, there would be repeated gaps in their memories. These repeated gaps were different from normal forgetfulness. For example, for a normal dual personality, Lin Xian had seen her naked, but this Wu Yuhan would not have the memories of the other Wu Yuhan. In other words, she would not remember anything that happened to the other Wu Yuhan. They were 2 different people. This was a more severe case. In a less severe case, she would have these memories. They would be intermittent and incomplete, but there was one thing that was very exaggerated. The 2 personalities of Wu Yuhan were so different that it was frightening. Even for dual personality, there would still be similarities in personality. However, this type of dual personality was really strange. Moreover, the most strange thing was that she could remember things about both personalities. Most importantly, she actually knew that she had dual personality and claimed that the other personality was her sister. This was absolutely impossible. This was definitely not a case of dissociative identity disorder. This was not a mental illness. Then what was it? After all, Lin Xian had everything about the imperial physician's sacred technique in his mind. He was carefully recalling it. This was dual personality, a special type of dual personality. Other than having different personalities, she would not have any other abnormalities and would not do anything out of line. Just now, Lin Xian had also seen Wu Yuhan caressing her cheeks. However, her eyebrows were tightly knitted together. This was the other personality reminding her not to do so. Even if she wanted to do so, she would still be stopped by the other personality in the end. Of course, this mainly depended on which personality was more important. It was very unlikely that one personality would devour the other. This girl had a very difficult part. For example, if the current personality liked Lin Xian, the other personality would not like Lin Xian. However, Lin Xian could be intimate with this personality, but the other personality could not. Wow! What the F***ck? However, there was also a piece of good news. Lin Xian only needed to conquer one of the personalities to be able to conquer the girl. After all, they were only one person. This personality of the girl was obviously more open-minded. Compared to the extremely cold Wu Yuhan, it would definitely be much easier. There were many reasons for dual personality, and it might even be related to genetics. However, something major must have happened to her. Wow! He actually met such a girl. No one else could do it. This feeling of being in love with one person was like being in love with two people. It really felt like being in love with twins. Think about it. For example, this current Wu Yuhan liked Lin Xian, but the other personality did not. However, her identity was Lin Xian's girlfriend. Even if the other personality was in love with him, could she reject him? Of course she could. However, she might not be able to do so in the future. Thinking about it made him a little excited. He inexplicably wanted to conquer this Wu Yuhan and then have sex with the other Wu Yuhan. Wow! He was invincible. So you can remember everything about the two personalities? Lin Xian asked. Aha. Then can your other personality give you some orders? Of course. For example, she didn't let me touch you just now. Wasn't that an order? What if you insist on touching her? Lin Xian asked. If I insist on touching her, there is a high possibility that the younger sister will take over the body. Wu Yuhan laughed. Chapter 1079. This was a very normal phenomenon. At the very least, it proved that the ratio of her two personalities should be about the same. In fact, the cold personality might even be higher. That could be the original Wu Yuhan. However, what exactly happened to make her become like this? When faced with such a situation, one should never ask directly. Asking would be equivalent to igniting the fuse of explosives. No one could imagine what a dual personality would do. Then, can you feel the other personality's opinion of me? She has a lot of opinions. However, you seem to be much better after you apologized just now. Wu Yuhan smiled. I still like the current you. The other personality is too cold. If you continue talking, I'll come out if I don't like it. Wu Yuhan stretched her body. Don't. I'm afraid she'll beat me up if I come out. You rest first. I'll go make something delicious for you guys. If it's your other personality, she definitely won't eat. Lin Xian walked into the kitchen after he finished speaking. Wu Yuhan's lips curled up slightly as she looked at Lin Xian's back. Remember to keep it a secret, Wu Yuhan reminded them. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone. However, if you don't want anyone to know, why did you still come to the martial arts academy? You have to attend classes every day and show your face in public. I don't understand, Lin Xian said as he organized the ingredients that Lan Xingxing bought. This is a secret. Wu Yuhan chuckled. Then, when can you tell me this secret? Lin Xian asked with a smile. You want to know? You'll know when you get me in bed one day. Lin Xian was speechless. Sister Wu, you're more reserved. I'm more used to it. Lan Xingxing stuck out her pink tongue and said. Ha ha ha, Wu Yuhan smiled. Morong Yu was somewhat interested in her matters. However, she was the type of person who didn't like to talk too much. She wouldn't purposely get involved in matters that didn't concern her. She walked into the kitchen and followed behind Lin Xian to help him. Naturally, Lan Xingxing also ran into the kitchen to help Lin Xian. With someone cutting the vegetables and someone washing the vegetables, Lin Xian only needed to cook. In fact, it wasn't tiring at all. However, Lan Xingxing was always stealing food. She even stole the ingredients: cucumbers, tomatoes, and so on. If she cut them into 3 pieces, she could eat one. I feel bad eating your food for free. Is there anything I can help you with? Wu Yuhan walked in and said with a smile. This personality of Wu Yuhan liked to smile a lot. It wasn't a sweet smile, but a charming smile that could steal souls. When men saw it, they would want to press her down and *ck her crazily. There's nothing I can help with. This kitchen isn't big to begin with. You can go out and rest. I'll cook something nice for you to eat as an apology. Lin Xian said. Okay. Wu Yuhan then leaned on the side and looked at them. Morong Yu was more concerned about how Lin Xian could cook such delicious food. This time, she looked at Lin Xian's every step very seriously. Lin Xian was washing the vegetables and cutting them herself. Lin Xian only needed to stir-fry the vegetables, control the heat, and add the seasonings. She didn't believe that there wasn't any other way to make the food taste so good. The first dish was stir-fried shredded pork with garlic and wood ear. This should be a very, very classic home-cooked dish. Sometimes, when you were used to eating delicacies or eating takeout every day, you would feel that home-cooked dishes were the most delicious thing when you occasionally ate them. Morong Yu swore that Lin Xian didn't do anything behind the scenes. She had been watching. So fragrant, so fragrant. The absolute foodie Lan Xingxing almost drooled when she saw this home-cooked dish. Fragrant was just the smell of a normal dish. However, when she thought about the taste of Lin Xian's food, she almost drooled. Serve the dishes, Lin Xian said. Let me. Lan Xingxing excitedly took the plate from Lin Xian's hands and ran out. The first thing she did was to pinch a piece of wood ear and stuff it into her mouth. In the next moment, her big eyes were twinkling with little stars. This is the taste. Ah! Lan Xingxing really wanted to eat it. Is it really that good? Wu Yuhan crossed her arms and walked to Lan Xingxing's side doubtfully. Lan Xingxing pinched a piece of meat and stuffed it into her mouth. Wu Yuhan didn't have any reservations and tasted it. Then, her beautiful eyes lit up slightly. As a person who had lived until now, who hadn't eaten good food. Who hadn't eaten good food? They had all eaten good food. They might not have eaten delicacies, but as long as they were alive, they would have eaten home-cooked dishes. Wu Yuhan savored the taste carefully. How should she put it? It was delicious, really delicious. It tasted the same as in her memory, but it was also different. It was better. She didn't know what was better, and she couldn't put her finger on it. It was just better. She felt like she had eaten something good after being hungry for a long time. She just felt that it was exceptionally delicious. Wu Yuhan couldn't help but pinch another piece of wood ear and taste it. It's really delicious, Wu Yuhan praised. Then, she looked at Lin Xian in surprise and asked, As a man, you can cook so well. You must have played with a lot of girls, right? Lin Xian. I say, sister, can you not be so blunt? Lin Xian said helplessly. Aha. When little sister comes out, it will be a luxury for you to ask her to talk to you more. Wu Yuhan laughed. That's true. Lin Xian nodded. Tell me, how many girls have you slept with? That's also a secret. Lin Xian grinned at her and said. Then how can I know? When you agree to sleep with me. Lin Xian retorted. He. Wu Yuhan couldn't help but laugh again. Interesting. Morong Yu and Lan Xingxing were dumbfounded. You two are already talking about love? However, they knew that these two were just talking. If they really wanted to sleep with them, how could it be possible? Morong Yu then walked out. She picked up a pair of chopsticks and picked up a piece to taste. Strange, it was really strange. She had never seen such a strange thing in her life. She had clearly watched him cook again. She really watched very carefully. Why was the taste still so good? But what was so good about it? She couldn't tell. It was very strange. Hey, the three of you are not being kind. The three of you are eating secretly. You want to finish every dish I cook? Lin Xian smiled helplessly. I'm not eating anymore. I'll wait for your next dish. Hey. Lan Xingxing stuck out her pink tongue cutely. I want a bite too. Who will feed me? Let me. Lan Xingxing said energetically. No, I want the class monitor to feed me. Lin Xian said. Lan Xingxing pouted. Sang Xinqin. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.